Welcome to Open Table. This is Open Table, Saturday edition of Open Table. Want to welcome you all. As you join us, just help us share the show.
Yeah, we do. Look, I know they are providers, the Christian of education. Yep. If you not want to be traded, fire freedom. Fire freedom. Fire freedom. If you not want to be traded, fire freedom. Home fire freedom. Home fire freedom.
Yes, we have found a friend and a good journalist in Liberia. Yes, we have found a friend with good journalists in Liberia. Jeremiah Maba is on Open Table. Yeah, I read somebody say integrity matters. Yeah, integrity will take you places. Yeah, Jeremiah, you ain't going nowhere. They want you go, but you going anywhere. Yes, sir. Jeremiah, you got friend at Open Table. This is not over friendship. Open Table friendship legit. Very real and solid. You guys are you guys are looking very, very serious today. What's up? What's happening? Like what's happening? Jeremiah, what's happening in your end?
Well, Liberia is good.
That's good.
The country is moving. We are all doing okay here.
Okay.
It's
That's
just
good.
like we got a by elections very shortly.
Okay.
The National Elections Commission have declared political campaign open in two counties, Grand Jida County and Nimba.
Okay.
As you may be aware that the vice president, the current vice president, who
So
was
Nimba.
senator back then, yes, Jeremiah Kuhn,
Okay.
uh, his post had remained vacant. So there is a by-election in Nimba County for the senatorial post.
And
One
then
of the lawmakers as well passed away, Aaron Mallison Goin from Grand Jida County.
okay. So where are we talking about? What's the timeline? Time frame for those by elections?
Well, the time frame is the 23rd. On the 23rd of this month will be the elections. So as we speak, uh, campaign activities have been declared open by the National Elections Commission.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have 15 candidates that are contesting the two elections. For Nimba County, the senatorial election, there are 4 candidates contesting. Then for Grand Jida County, we have 11 candidates who are contesting for the representative posts.
We know as journalists, we know as a journalist, you usually cannot take side, but looking at the campaign, how things going, who you think like is in the lead or in Nimba and Grenji?
Well, there are too many folks who are in a league, uh, but in Nimba County, there there are sons that are contesting as well. So you will talk about the current Nima County District Number 5 lawmaker, who is also part of the race. As you may be aware, the Senator of Nimba County, Prince Y. Johnson, pledged his support to the Nimba County District Number 5 representatives, and as well, Jeremiah Kpankun, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, also have his part of the candidate that he is supporting. So there have been this call, especially when it comes to the Vice President being political son to the Senator Prince Johnson. Why they're not supporting the same individual, But how be it, people have said that's politics, and what people are praying for, they want the election to be fruitful, especially peaceful. So recently, the chairperson of the National Elections Commission, Deviata Brian Lassiter, in a press conference with journalists, she called on all of the candidates to showing that they should preach the measure of peace when they are above, doing their campaign activities. They should stay away from violent activities as well. And where you have one individual campaigning, the other candidates should stay away, because these are things that bring about, political violence. You see this candidates campaigning here, and you're going to see another candidate campaigning on the other hand as well. But she called for peace to restore, in the county as well. The same as Grand Junction County, because there are too many representative candidates. Just imagine 11 persons contesting for one post since the death of the former representative Errol Madison Gwen. So those have been vacant. So there are too many groups as well calling for peaceful messages.
That's a good thing. Especially you made mention. I don't know if the vice president will. I don't think he will endorse. But I'm assuming he will be leaning towards the candidate that his political godfather PYJS is endorsing. Is the horse divided now?
Yes, but these are all political tricks. Sometimes you observe that this candidate or this individual is supporting this, but when the election gets closer, they're going to go on the same route. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Share the video. Let's talk to a renowned journalist, Jeremiah Mobile from Liberia, and discuss some issue pertaining to Liberians in Indiana. Wherever you're listening from, we are talking about New York, Massachusetts, we are talking about Maryland, or Pennsylvania, we are talking about North Carolina, South Carolina, we are talking about Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, we are talking about New Hampshire, we are talking about Vermont, we are talking about Maine, we are talking about Rhode Island, New Jersey, we are talking about Delaware, we are talking about Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, we are talking about Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Michigan, we are talking about Illinois, we are talking about Iowa, we are talking about Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, we are talking about Idaho, we are talking about Washington. Wherever you are listening from, we are talking about California, we are talking about New Mexico. Wherever you are listening from, we say welcome to Open Table. Back home in Liberia, we are talking about Maserati, Blooming, Grand Cape Mount, Lofa County, Bapulu. We are talking about Grand Bassa, Grand Jida. We are talking about Nimba. We are talking about Grand Crew, Maryland, or we are talking about Sano, Magibi. Wherever you're listening from in Liberia, we say welcome again to Open Table. We'll be discussing issues pertaining to Liberians in Indiana and issue pertaining to Liberians back home in Liberia. We have here to the renowned journalist, someone who is an integrity icon on here today, and we will not introduce him while he's here. He will introduce himself, and we will move the board around. And Jan the Devil, you can take it over. Jeremiah, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, and while Jan speak on that.
Okay. So again, it's a pleasure to be on Open Table to interact with our people. This for me is a privilege, especially this is one of the platforms that many young people like me will want to come and speak on. But it's a privilege. So my name is Jeremiah Mogba. I I'm a son of Bon County, and I was born on the 13th of October 1993. I'm the first of five children. My mom is a farmer. She did not complete school. My father as well is a security. He did not complete school. So as a child growing up, I have to leave my parents to go and stay with other people to go to school because my parents couldn't afford to send me to school. So I have to go and do day work for people, sometimes cut the grass. Sometimes I have to press people clothes, clean the yard, and then they send me to school. So while in school, I was very focused on my education because I knew the background that I came from. So while in school as well, I was part of the quizzing team in my school. That's in Peters in Banga, Bon County. Later, I joined the press club, and being part of the quizzing team, I got a scholarship from the school based on my academic performance. So it was a work scholarship, meaning you have to go to school after school and you got to do some other work on the campus. So I joined the press club, and I was able to serve as information minister in the student council government for 2 academic year, and I graduated 2013 as the second dose for the school with 90.1 average, second dose for the school. And when I graduated 2013, I was sitting and I heard a vacancy that there was a school in Bon County, a newly built school by one organization called Change Agent Network, and they were looking for people to go and teach. So I started wondering, but I said, I just from high school and to go in and apply to teach. I've been going to teachers, training college before. I think this is going to be difficult for me. And I started to think, but one thing ran into my mind that I have to have self-confidence. If you want to do something, go with self-confidence. So that I applied in the school among 50 plus teachers that apply in the school. I was shortlisted as one of the successful candidates. So I sat the interview and I was successful to teach in that school in 2013. But then I was just 19 years and during the teaching field. So when I got my contract to teach in the school, that's how I did not go there just to teach. I also went there to spark the potential of other young people, especially some of the young people who I educated, some of the young people who have the brain but no support. So those things that I learned, I always get a philosophy that says when you are educated and you can pass on what you learn to other people, it just means you are not educated. So as a young man, out of what I learned in my high school, I initiated that in a school I was teaching. I established the school first press club, and I established the press. That's a quizzing team in the school. So some of the young people we taught in the press club. Currently, some of them are working with other radio stations in Bond County, that which I'm proud of. And there are some of the young people as well who are part of the quizzing team. Some are even, you will not believe that some of the young people that we taught, uh, one is in the U.S. Marine as we speak. His name is Califara Cannon. He is in the U.S. Marine. And we also have one of the students who is soon to be a medical doctor who is also in the US. And I got the scholarship opportunity from the proprietor of the school to attend one of the universities in the county. That was Cottington University. And then I started with Cottington for 2 semesters, but I entered Cottington to do mass communication. While doing mass communication, we were told by the administration that there aren't too many students who want to do mass communication. So because of that, they have to close the college. Yes, so they closed that particular department. And I have to take transfer from Banga to come to Monserrado. Yes, so came to Monserrado County, and then still coming to Monserrado County with no vision, no family, nothing at all, nobody to to speak with. But I had a mindset that there are people who've been going to Monserrado County and being successful. There are people who been doing other things, so I can go and I will still make it. So when I came as well, and one thing for me, I always have this, this spirit of submissiveness. I don't allow my pride to take over me. So whatever things that I want to do to being successful, whether it's cleaning, whether it's doing local work, I just want to be, as long as it's something very good that will enable me to to get me where I want to be. So I came as well in Monserrado County. I had a school to be teaching, and the proprietor again, we got into that commitment. I have to be doing some work, cleaning, that's trimming the flower in the yard, and sometimes cutting grass, and then you're gonna help me to go to college. So while we were there was the information that came about him, especially about some negative issues that they are involved with. And when that information came out, being a journalist as well, the proprietor said, the information was being leaked. So the journalist is responsible because I was the only journalist that was there and knew about everything that was transpired. The allegation was, having an affair with some of the students who are attending the school. So when the investigation was being launched, and while I was in school as well, he told me, uh, since this information had been spread, for me, I don't want to have any dealing with you. In fact, all of the commitment I have of you going to college, everything is over. Yeah, while I was still in school. So just imagine where you are in school and somebody who are already committed to paying school fees would just come and say, "Oh, Jeremiah, from today on, Yes, you will not go to school again. I will not be responsible for this, that. So uh, I still had that faith despite all of that. So I have to go again to apply to one of the radio stations. So I had too many things doing. I have to go in the daytime to teach. I have to go to the radio station, and I have to go around to other people back so that I can be able to go to school. As we speak currently, I personally I pay my own school fee at the university, the United Methodist University. I'm currently a junior student there, reading mass communication major and English minor. Before then, I attended the Peter Kogo School of Journalism, where I obtained a diploma in journalism and public relations. Yeah, so I hold a C certificate as well in teaching. And so far, so good. I'm a Christian. I attend the Remedy Movement International. One thing that keep moving me is the Spirit of God. I have a strong faith. Whenever you say Jeremiah can't do this, just know that you are maybe lying to yourself. I always have a faith that I can do this. And one thing I'm so passionate about is, in journalism, there are specific field or there are specific area people want to enter. For me, I'm not really into politics. I'm into human interest development. At times I sit and I see people suffer. Sometimes when I visit a clinic or hospital, there are people lying on a hospital bed crying. You don't have doctors and nurses pay attention to them because they don't have the bill to pay before they can get treated. I feel so sad. And these are stories that I go for. Sometimes I appeal to people to help. Sometimes in the community, there are parents who have their kids who are not going to school because of the financial constraint. These kids are always roaming around in the street. They have become breadwinners. They break, you see them, they take the dishes, go in the street, sell cold water, and this is so harmful. I left a story about a visually impaired man who was renting somebody's house, and then this person, because of a failure to pay the rent, the house owner decided to take him from the place. So when I got that information and did a follow up, and I did an interview with him, and that interview went viral. There are people in the diaspora who help as well, who pay his rent 1 year rent, provided him mattress, provided him food. These are things that I go into, but I don't go into politics. John said this, that, all the kinds of things. I feel for my people. So, like I said, on a daily basis, things are not going right. There are people taking disadvantage of our females, especially in schools. The issue of sex for grades, the issue of money for grades, these kind of negative things that happen in our society. These are stories that I love to go for. Stories that you do will all benefit. Like before you do it, somebody have to pay you before you don't know. These are things that I always love to go for. So far so good. That's me, Jeremiah Moba.
Thank you very much, Jeremiah Moba. Bear with us a little bit here. We have Jeremiah Moba. We are introducing him to the community. Last week, we wanted to, but the internet was giving problem. And you hear his story from humble beginning. I don't know how well can you write that story. He's a man from humble beginnings, and he's trying to do what is right in society. A matter of fact, it was Steve Ward, Stafford, that said the challenge of life is to change the circumstances of our birth. And we cannot decide our parents. or the condition in which we are born. But once you are into this war, the challenge is to change that circumstance. And that's why you are doing. And we pray that God will give you the strength and God will give you the opportunity and the blessing for you to achieve all your goals and your objectives because you are already on the right track. You have integrity that you showed a few weeks ago when we get to know you and bring you all here. So keep doing what you're doing. We'll talk about this or show a little bit, but we want Jan to introduce himself and then we can keep the ball rolling. Jan, go ahead.
Yes, first, it is a pleasure to be on this platform with a young man, young, ambitious man. You know, Mr. Mova, I will tell you that the attitude you get, it will take you a long way. Keep being humble. Keep being humble. Yeah, keep being humble. My name is Nyam. Like you all know, I'm not stranger to this platform. I'm here every Saturday to discuss the issue. Like this Saturday, I'm here to also discuss the issue, and I'm looking forward to having a conversation along with my own brother Jeremiah Moba on this platform today to see how best we can enlighten the mind of people. At least if people are listening on here today, if you listen to a young man like this story, there is nothing in this world to be pampered about. Homeless take you a long way. See how far he has come. The three born. And the three born. See how far he has come. Look, when we're talking about journalists in Liberia, these are people that we count on now. He's very big in the media in Liberia. I follow him a lot, you know. So I'm very happy to be here today. I'm very happy to be here and looking forward to discussing issues pertaining to our community. I hope our community member can be on here today and listen to your story and see what humbleness can bring to people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jan. The devil, I'm no stranger to Open Table. My name is Joseph City Jr., grandson of a fisherman. My grandfather from Grand Crew is a fisherman, and my grandfather from Lofi is a hunter. So that's bad. Unfortunately for me, I cannot give you story about my grandfather. Let's not forget what I remember in April 6th today. April 6th was a very, 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 very bad time for Liberians. April 6th, 1996. It's a painful past. And we tell God thank you that some of us survived because we were in Liberia at the time. And it's good for us to see Liberia moving forward the way it is. For too long, we have suffered because of the greed and ambition and envy and jealousy of others, and in the name of politics and all others, and they held us back. But it's good. It's good to see that Liberia is moving the way it is moving. So to those that are not with us because of April 6, 1996, we say rest in peace. We pray that heaven accept you. And we pray that God continue to heal the wounds of those you left behind. Because that day, fathers left us, mothers left us, children left us. April 6, 1996. Not a very good thing. But let's keep the ball rolling. Let's keep the ball rolling. Jeremiah Moba, last week, I love to be clear with people and very transparent, especially when it comes to integrity and honesty. I put out a pin out here for people to send us some compensation for your integrity, because in this community you help to balance the news that went to Liberia to damage or teach the character of others. First of all, before we get to this, let me send a shout out to a few people you guys are delving into. Shout out to Jennifer Volula. Jennifer, thank you very much. I'm not going to say much. Why is it? I'm telling you, thank you for you already know. Thursday was my birthday. Thank you very much, Jennifer. I love you so much, and thank you for taking care of the children. Thank you for taking care of Yan and Volula. And thank you for making my day special. To my mother, thank you very much for all you do for me and continue to do for me. To all my siblings that call me and check on me, my little brother Kevin in the city, I love you so much. Diana City, a call from campus, I love you so much. Thank you very much. Joanna Sele, thank you very much. Mato, Jele, Sele, and my dear dad who is now in Liberia. He wished me a happy birthday, and those are people that matter. And to the community, those who extend their birthday greeting to me, thank you so much. I'm forever grateful to you, especially to the elders who call me and pray for me and wish me well. First Lady Sonin Parker, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Mansano Kamo, thank you so much. My sister Sabah, thank you so much. And everyone else in the community. And not to forget my friend and brother who is right here on this platform, Ian and Devola. Yeah, we need to get some birthday names from you and number of us. I don't know how you keep up with the record, but you are doing a great job. But I can't keep up. I know I will make some birthday, but you do a very good job. And thank you very much for wishing me a heartfelt birthday as a brother and friend. And one person last I would like to mention, Philip Logan. Now, Philip Logan, in spite of our differences, our political differences, and things we see on different side of the eye, I woke up to a lengthy test from Logan. Logan is an older brother, he's a senior brother. And I read his text and I responded to him. Logan, I know that I wasn't expecting that from you, but you did that anyway. That is a part of you that is a miracle. That though you can disagree, you can even move across aisle and still speak to people. Not everything about you we are going to accept. And you know that I always say that to you as a brother. And I will always critique you when it's necessary. But thank you for reaching out to me. And like I told you what I told you before, that's gentleman talk. We will discuss. But thank you very much for I woke up to your text message and I love it. And thank you very much. So let's keep this ball rolling. Jeremiah Mobile, the community is listening. Last week, we tried to get him on here. We have a problem about. Please know the compensation that is running on here. Yeah, can you clear that or I'll clear it? But yes, last weekend, we decided to generate some fund or at least to compensate our brother Jeremiah Mobile for his integrity. His well-balanced journalism. He spoke to us about the ABC of journalism because this community was on edge. As a matter of fact, we had some news back home we were trying to clear. And he makes sure to hear from both sides. And so we gave some compensation. We collected some compensation. And we did what was right to send it back to you, Jeremiah. Can you please tell the community that you did? You received your compensation and everything. I think Jan sent that to you. And,
Yes. Jan sent that to me yesterday. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to our Liberian brothers, sisters, our mothers, fathers, for your contribution. Where this came from, I pray that God going to multiply whatever you sent to me. So I received that from Jan yesterday. I want to acknowledge that and say thanks to all those who contributed to the process. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that's the thing about here. We don't wish for you to call the number, but I mean that's gentleman talk about it. But you get that. Matter of fact, the records are there. We gave you far more than what people was giving you or trying to give you to punish the character of others. That was more than 3 times that. If I can remember, you said it was like $50 to read an article. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we gave you way more than that, and that's why integrity will do for you. When I listened to your story and how you explained from humble people, and I started to think that, and that's why you have the character you have, because you came from a long way. You understand hard work, you understand patience, and you understand integrity. And for some of us, we are opportune to be on this side, but for you to be on that side and try to have that balance and that idea to balance a story, I was I was lifted. My spirit really it told me that Liberia is not a forgetting story. Uh, we have good people in Liberia, despite our politicians' behavior. Too often time we frown on politicians, but we have individuals in Liberia we
Mhm.
can look up to. And Jeremiah, I want to tell you today that we are looking up to as integrity. As,
Right.
but yeah, you can go ahead if you want to say something.
Well, I just want to take this time to send a shout out to the president, Ms. Julius Parker, and his family. Say we are still in prayer with you people. Whatever you guys are doing, we want to ask God to continue to protect you guys and continue to guide you people in this difficult time. To all of we family community, we are all in prayer with you guys. Pastor Willie, um, the We Are family, the Way family, we are all in prayer with you people. I know the Way family are in Liberia right now. I think this coming weekend be very in the way. We are in prayer with you people as you guys are at home. Where God continue to protect you there in Liberia and bring you back safely to your family. Thank you.
Thank you
And
very much.
lastly, Dr. Famune house is flooded. Dr. H Mobile Famune house is flooded, and um, we I was there this clean the place, and we still need manpower out there. If you are listening, just give 2 minutes of your time to that family. They need our help at a particular time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. An elder, Dr. H. Momo Pamela, matter of fact, he's no stranger to this community. He's our elder, he's our father, he's our advisor, uh, he's our he's just a leader. Matter of fact, his heart is flooded. Like Jan said, for any young person or young man, young woman, or who is sitting around today and really do have some free time and would like to help, please make your way and go over there to Dr. H. Mumble family. And if the work is done, they will tell you. But please try to help him and relocate things and do some cleaning up. Please. Okay, thank you. Let's move to the community a little bit. Uh, let's move to our community in India a little bit. Yeah, is there any story about this community before we move back home to Liberia? Because we want to touch the community before we move to Liberia.
Yes, yeah, that's a story that we need to bring up today. As we all know, the Association of Indiana is I've been following that court case. It's a public record. Anybody can log on to the case and see what all been unfolding with this case. So we are on here today to bring to the public attention what have happened in the last few days, just this gone week. It said this week or this week. I would say this week. Robert Carey, the current Secretary General of the Liberian Association, took some time ago the organization to court. He was disenchanted. At first, he said his disenchantment started with the vice president. He said he wanted the vice president to get impeached, and the president and the administration, the administrator of this association, the current administrator, said that there is no probable cause of impeachment of the vice president because he was very much vindictive, and he has some outside force, outside of the administration, outside force pushing him to push for the impeachment of the vice president. The elderly folks of this town, they step in, they try to talk to Robert Carey, the current Secretary General. He did not listen to nobody. Even the men organization, the Liberian men organization, stepped up and talked to Robert Carey. Robert Carey did not listen. The board of directors, who are the legal arm of our association, step up and talk with Robert Carey and look into the case of Robert Carey. They said Carey, there is no cause of the vice president being impeached. Robert Carey did not listen. Robert Carey, the next thing that Robert Carey did was to take the administration to court. From the previous complaint that he presented to the board and the community, he deviated from our complaint. What he took to court now was, misappropriation of funds. I will tell you that Robert Carey had filed 3 times. He had filed 3 times to put an injunction on the account to not, for the organization account to not be functioning at this time, and put halt on the function of the organization. And that 3 times that Robert Carey have filed an injunction on the account, the judge denied all 3. And the last 2 file was just done this week. On the second of this month, he filed an injunction again, and it was denied. And yesterday, there was another deny came up. He filed another injunction, and the judge denied it. So there were.
So yeah, like Jan said, ladies and gentlemen, matter of fact, you are all aware by now that a bit of us here, Jeremiah, a little bit. You are all aware that the LAI, or Library Association of Indiana, they are in court. Mr. Carey took the organization to court. This is public record. It's there. You can read it. Matter of fact, you even know the judge. If you want to, the judge is Gary Miller. Judge Gary Miller. He's no easy judge. A matter of fact, he was learned. A matter of fact, he learned here. He learned here. He went to the IU School of Law. He's well aware of the law in this particular state. Mr. Carey took us to court. When I say us now, it's the entire organization to court. The judge has been asking for evidence. This is no kangaroo court, like in Liberia and other places we get kangaroo court. But this is a court that when you carry cases, especially a superior court. This is not a small court, a superior court. It took this organization to a superior court. You have to come with evidence. It's not like a court you just go and carry, like back home we say chiche pule. You're not just going to carry chiche pule and you expect the judge to act on that. This week, he got denied twice. He got denied twice this week. Tuesday he filed, he got denied Wednesday. Thursday he filed, he got denied again on Friday. Mr. Carey is an unrepentant sinner because there are certain times you will have to relax and understand that things is not going your way. Like Jan said, the elders in this community try to talk to you over and over. You cannot listen. You believe that you go to the law and whatsoever. And now you took a Booga case to the superior court. Those who you have as witness, they should help you with evidence. Those who supported the case, they should help you with evidence. Or you can save yourself the shame and humiliation that you already bring to your doorstep and let this case to die and go away. Because you're not going to win a case based on harmless behavior. The judge was unopposed when he ran on a Republican ticket, Josh Gary Miller. Matter of fact, Mitch Daniel appointed that man. He has been in Indiana for so long. So when you are dealing with certain people like that, you better come prepared. You need to carry more than all the sheet of paper you printed and you carry to him just to pile up his office and waste his time. Because you are wasting his time with something that is meaningless. Simply because your ego is too big. As simply as because you are not willing to listen to the voice of the elders in your community. Nor will you listen to the voice of your peers, nor will you listen to the voice of your junior brothers and sisters in the community. For how long will you continue on down this path? If you cannot notice, Mr. Kiri, now, the people that used to be behind you, they are falling apart and falling by the wayside. Now you are standing there like a lame duck, trying to prove something that is nothing to prove. So I urge you to search your conscience today. Because if you go there again next time without evidence, because there's none, you will be doing something to yourself that you end up sitting in the mirror and say, I already played a fool of myself. And sometimes I think this judge will have to look at this case as a waste of time and probably just dismiss the entire case because there's no evidence. You cannot carry chichipuli and harmless behavior in front of a whole superior court judge and then think you'll just walk away with such nonsense. But that is where we are now as a community. Jeremiah, let me get you involved here a little bit. The reason why we are talking about this case is the same thing that you were told to write an article about. This case is tied to the incident that brought you in to the spotlight or into our community affair. It's because of this same case that lawyer got hired, and rightly so, money was used. And so people call that corruption. I don't know when a lawyer is hired to represent an institution where they expect people to take money from. Someone cannot be representing an institution and expect them to use their own personal finance to take a lawyer. I don't know, but you as a good journalist and someone of a sound man, please tell me if you have ever run into a case of such a magnitude or something, or at least where do you think someone would take a money from to hire a lawyer if you are serving an institution and get sued because of that institution?
Yeah, so along as it's about institution, the institution should be responsible because I'm aware that he did not sue an individual, but an institution. So the institution should be responsible to follow look after the case. So for me, it's not a bad thing to have, taking money from the association covered to follow the case. If the money was being used for somebody's own personal thing, that could be negative. But as long as it's about fighting the institution case, that's necessary.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We get Jeremiah Chich still trying to get situated. He's coming over here. We'll get him in for a little bit. Oh yeah. So let's talk about this case. What do you think? What's the next move here for Mr. Robert Kiri? Do you think he proceed with another step? Because it looked like he's like a man that is like I said, an unrepentant sinner. Maybe I don't know where he's taking the money from or just going over there. Like at a certain point, he will really make this judge get angry. The judge will have to do something. Yeah, what do you think will be the next move here?
Yeah, the same trend that we see in court, it happened right here when our elderly folks, also the men organization, try to, bring him to order on. Mr. Mauba, I will put you on mute for a minute. I think the echo coming from you. Yeah. So it was the same trend, I can remember vividly when they both met Robert Kerry and the president and the other officials of the organization. When they both looked into the case, they both told him in the face that there is no merit in the case. Robert Kerry should forget it and focus on running the organization and focus on what is necessary to do for the people of India, like elected him, you know. But Robert Kerry stood in the faces of those elders and told them, "You will see me in court." You know, it's the same thing that happened to the men's organization. The men's organization called him to order and tried to talk to him. Robert Kerry stood among all those men and told them that, look, the case is already in court. There's nothing I can do. The case was still in court. You know, I can remember somebody said the pastoral council or some pastors of this community tried to step up and talk to Robert Kerry. Robert Kerry did not bow down to anybody. He did not listen to anyone. So it's the same thing that going on. Robert Kerry, in his petition to the court, he said he's not only the bank account, but today Robert Kerry is printing all of the account activity. He's fighting for an injunction on the account. Someone that say he's not on the account. They took him off the account. So yes, the man now, printing out all the activities, all the banned activities, he carried to court to file an injunction. The judge said there's no merit still. And he's still going back and forth with the judge. But again, it's in the hands of the judge. The judge will look at it. And like you rightly said, the judge is being so patient with him. But again, we'll see what next for him. But as it stands right now, I think it will go for dismissal. The case will go for dismissal.
Yeah,
As it stands from my own.
thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jan Levo. Like I said, this man, Gary L. Miller, is no easy judge. Matter of fact, when he went for retention, 2020, the percentage he received was 72+% retention, which means this man is capable of doing his job. 72% retention. The people love the fact that this man is not he's not playing. Look, he would cut the cheese where it's supposed to be cut, and he will tell you when you bring nonsense to his court. He's not an easy judge. You took a case with a Cheche Pole association and a Cheche Pole or narrative and take it to a superior court. You think this is Liberia? Oh, and Mr. Jeremiah Chia, let me get you involved into this thing, because let me not get ahead of myself. You are here. You are part of this association. So we are talking about a case of Mr. Kerry. He went to the court twice this week, got denied. Matter of fact, the judge was acting so swiftly. He wasn't even waiting for like 24 hours. Once Kerry went there Tuesday, the man denied the thing before daybreak Wednesday. He went there Thursday, the man denied before daybreak Friday. So what is happening? What's happening to Kerry? This is your colleague you used to work with or whatsoever, matter of fact, at some point in time. So what's happening to him? What do you think is his next step?
Well, I would like to begin by greeting everyone in the Radio Land. And you see, let me begin with this quotation from Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, which states, um, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. That is to say, this guy is leaning on his own understanding. He's fighting a battle that he's losing day by day. Every time he files injunction or whatever he does, there's some 200 plus taken away from him, and he knows that. But instead of spending that resources on him, he's using it to fight an organization. And in any way, the Lord will back the organization, because this guy went to this court with fallacy, and he continued to lead that fallacy through. And every time he goes there, it's debunked. But he seemed not to be listening. Or maybe I think it's personal. When people do these things, it becomes personal because for what reason will you continue to pursue this organization of which you are serving as Secretary General? If you look in our chat rooms, Mr. Robert Kerry is still there. Now he has rescinded from doing his job. He's now doing something on when somebody posts stuff on Facebook, he will come and repost it in our chat rooms. That's how he reduced himself. That's not his job. That's not his function. But at the time he was well functioning, he thought somebody wanted to do his job. The job is left with him to do now. He's suing the organization Helter Skelter. And you think that the organization is going to take money from the president's pocket or the vice president's pocket to go and foot the bill? No. This is an organization that they run, so they are going to use funds from there to be able to adjudicate the matter in court. So I'm surprised that his supporters, because I know a couple of them, and they've been having meetings. They are 7 in numbers. They've been taunting that they will bring this government to its knees. But the mouthpiece that they have, I think last week, it's almost like the radio station was shut down because they went cold. They went cold wire because we whooped the presenter, and he was like, he can't come to say anything. This is the breaking news that supposed to be brought on the Logan's Hour, but it's not something that they carry like that, because the one that he went on Tuesday and Thursdays that was thrown out, there was a breaking news. We only come on here on Saturdays. So why is it that the community, a huge chunk of the community, is not informed of these news or these undertakings? So what would have happened if there wasn't any open table, an alternative news outlet in the community? We wouldn't know. But they were there sending money back home to entice journalists for them to make wrong publication. Why can't you call the same journalists that you contacted and say, oh, our man went to court, but the court threw it out again? That's a news. And then he will be able to feed it into his news and stuff like this case went to court for this same organization and now it's been thrown out. But you see, when people are desperately wicked, they harbor their intentions and they come to smear people. That's what God does to them.
Like you said, you see, the thing is, like you open with a scripture, like it said, lean not on thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. And he was talking about God. It didn't say you more acknowledge Chichipuli or you more acknowledge or praise singer. It didn't say you acknowledge people that will always tell you to do the wrong things. Because to be a true friend, and a good strategy is to look someone in the face and tell the person that you are proceeding the wrong way. You are going off track. I made mention to the fact that when Jeremiah Chie and Robert Kerry had problem here, my own brother Jeremiah Chie, I addressed my brother Jeremiah Chie, my other brother Jeremiah Chie. I called him, I said, no, you can't be doing that. We addressed Chie, and Chie took a backseat for Kerry to do his job. Now Kerry is left with the job. And he's running around like an unrepentant sinner. Because every day his sin is so big. The next time I'll see in the Catholic Church, I will tell the priest to not even allow you to take communion. Because you can be taking communion in our Catholic Church and you can be taking communion in our Catholic Church and be sinning like that on a regular. Look, let me read it. What the judge said. The judge said the petitioner has once again failed to comply with the Indiana trial rules. Therefore, the court denies the request for injunction. The Indiana trial rules. So this man is carrying a lot of reckless, useless document paperwork to that man, and he's not refining the rules. Why are you taking the? First of all, you are very serious about the matter and hire a lawyer. Stop wasting the people's time. Maybe the lawyer, when you bring somebody's evidence to the lawyer will tell you, say, man, take that stuff away and go get something better. Because if you have a good counsel telling you, make somebody's document you taking to the judge, it will not even reach to his desk. A good lawyer will tell you, look, man, stop wasting our time. Take this thing away. It cannot. But you'll wake up tomorrow He's getting another document. He will go Monday again, and he will go carry open table clip to the judge, and the judge will say, "We are in the media," because that's another evidence. Oh my goodness. Judge Garrick Miller. This is open table. We are discussing our case here about Robert Kerry. If you bring this video clip to you, tell him this is not good evidence. This is the press, and we discuss this matter on him because it's affecting our community. Thank you very much. I don't know about Jan and Jeremiah, where you guys want to stay with this community thing or whatsoever. Then we can go move to Liberia a little bit. I think Jeremiah going to help us on news from Liberia. Things happening in Liberia.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing. Then I just want to close on the case. You know, Robert Kerry has strategists. They get people that are passing around when they in gathering. They knock your chest. We are strategists to Robert Kerry. In fact, we get lawyers that consulting with Robert Kerry and what have you. So, Robert Kerry, what is your strategist doing for you? Is your strategist, in favor of you, or is your strategy giving you good advice as to how to go about with this case? That's the question now you should start asking yourself. Because every time you appear in front of the judge can deny you in a twinkling of an eye. So I want to tell you that this case is going nowhere. All those strategists behind you that knocking their chest, guess what? When they go in behind you, they'll be saying, "Oh my goodness, you don't want to hear it, Robert Kerry." How they using you as a link dog. You present yourself to them as weak. So they will use you to stall the operation of this administration. These are things they tell you behind closed doors. These are things when we in gathering with them, they're knocking their chest and telling you and telling us what they're doing to you. So as a good friend, as a man who people have high respect for in this community, Robert Kerry, their appearance alone, it showed people. Sometimes when people hear this kind of thing that you're doing stuff, somebody was just telling me today, I can't believe that boy was doing that boy even like that. You brought your truth color also out to the people. You allow people to push you to that level, and they're still pushing you, and you're making fool out of yourself. So I will advise you as a good friend in this community, as citizen that I live with you in this community, that take a step back. Take a deep breath on this case. If I were you, to hide my face, so that I can resurface and come back and beg the community. Those strategies not doing well for you. So I will stop here for now.
Thank you very much. Jan said strategies are not doing well. Jan said the strategies, they are just using Robert Kerry, matter of fact. They're using like Omen Baker. They're dressing in Omen Baker clothes, they put it in the street now like he's like a clown. Like they're clowning him, laughing behind his back. Mr. Jeremiah, what you say about this case?
For me, I'm dancing to the tune. I'm not going to want him to desist. Let him keep pushing and destroy himself. It's called self-destruct. He will eventually come to the realization after he has impeded his resources and his character has been demeaned. And then whenever he vouched for something and nobody is going to stand by him, because these same users are going to be the one who will castigate him tomorrow because they know the pivotal role he played in electing this government. So now, in the space of 8 months or to a year, and you turn against this government, it's strange. And I think he's a means to an end, but looking at the soberness of this administration, it's like a toothless bulldog. He can't do, he's all bite, no bite. If a man can run away from his own position and become a Facebook pundit, you think he can even unseat the government? Who's listening to him? Can he gather even 100 persons? Before I say even 200 persons? No, he can't. He can't even repeat his feat that he did the last elections. So we are not worried about him. We know He's on a collusion course, and we know that those also with him are suffering from similar fates. So we are amazed that they are together, and we know where to strike. And in due time, we can assure the community that those guys, they will be silent until they change their ways. They live here, their kids are here, like we all. So it's only best that you do things to augment the strength of this community than to tear down. Now you no more face in this community. Even your own organization that you are part of, so many of them, you don't seem to be like that relevant again because why? The mother unit. This got something to call the mother unit. You attack the mother unit. And Mr. Parker is supposed to be your president and your friend and brother. But if you're doing things as if you have something personal against, look at the structure of the government structure we have here. Mr. Parker, Julius Parker Sr. is the president. He's part of the Men's Association. And Mr. Kerry is also a part. The vice president is also part of the Men's Association. If your people can go out the back room and tell you, say, my man, lead a thing, stop pursuing this thing. It doesn't other well for you. Think hey, brother, you in the Men's Association that you come to sue. And if I want to see Kerry, you can roll a Supreme Court in my eye. Me, I won't be talking anything so Kerry can sue me. But I don't know, maybe because we talk strategically, so he don't have that courage to even take us to the court. Because he take us to the court, I'm a propagandist. The same thing I did to bring you to power is the same thing I'm doing now. And because you're fighting this government, we are also fighting you, my brother. Nothing personal. But you are wrong for always doing what you do, and you are losing on a daily.
Thank you very much. The thing is, you see, the man started this thing when he won. His stock was this high. If you really understand the stock or the stock market, now his stock is all the way down. It's falling very fast. I don't think Mr. Kerry have a face in this community anymore. I don't think that Mr. Kerry.
I'm not, Chairman. I'm not cutting you off. Look at a year ago what the community had as options. Looking back, if I can do this again, I would have voted for Frank Schwab as Secretary General. You know why? Frank Schwab is constructive. He didn't win elections. He's still working with Mr. Parker and his administration. He attends function. He's very cool. Javon Smith, who ran as vice president, you don't hear him say much. He's a professional man. He goes about his business on a daily. You don't hear him. He criticizes when it's necessary, but not all of the time. He's not involved with these things. There are only few people, like Bernice Alpha. Bernice Alpha went against the administration. She now functions in the administration. She don't be like that too like not going to side of the administration. She's like a lady who will want to assume power. So she's treading moderately, even though sometimes she tends to sway that way. But we see her as a sister and as a government official in this community, and we respect her for that. But you see, like this dude, the guy who ran for president, I can't even remember his name because he's not that popular anymore because of his doings. He don't seem to even garner the necessary support. The people, the camaraderie, all these people. He's a corner guy. After being a head of a political party, he's a corner guy. I give you one example. Maurice Gua, he's a professional. Despite everything that went on, we are part of some organization that he's also a financial guy, and we see how he trades. We see how he carries himself. He's good with money. You understand me? And all of the people, they are just few people that bent on destroying this community. And that person who concocts and plans and disseminates the information and stand back and see, let me see how far it goes. Philip Logan, if you go to him with a problem, he will enable you with your problem because why? He don't like the administration. They defeated him. It's a glaring fact. So when Kerry turned his way that side, it was obvious that his brother Savannah Pele, along with Logan, they were going to destroy him, and they did. And now the guy is stuck in court. He can't come back to the same old people, the elders, the women in the community. When the women are behind you in the community, my brother, you are doomed. So that's how it is. So now that He's stuck one place and nobody's coming to it. They wouldn't have the 7-person meeting, 5-person meeting. Sometimes they are not even on time. They are not doing anything for him. He's regretting.
Hold up,
But
you are aware of the details of the meeting like that.
I'm aware because listen, these people are like sifter. They leak a lot. They just leave from the meeting. They update me. That's how they look. I don't know why they didn't add me in the chat room. I want to be there, but maybe they are afraid. But every time they go to the meeting,
Wait,
we know.
you're talking about the 7 people meeting or the big chat room, the 130.
No, the 7-man council. I'm aware of everything that goes on there. The 130 man.
You know anybody that I know?
You know a lot of people. Chairman. You will never come near that meeting spot. You know a lot of people, but they can't allow you to be there because of your courage. Yan will never be there because of the way he operates.
This is open table. This is open table. I don't gossip. The 7-man council, I know a lot of people. My brother SYZ is on that council. In fact, SYZ is a witness to this case. SYZ is a witness to this case. He's a witness to the court case, the Booker Court case. You know, my brother Jeremiah said, hey, he's a strategist. He's a strategist to that particular 7-man council you're talking about. Jeremiah said it. My Peking Agba, Agba Mauba, hey, he's part of that group. And Fede Logi is the head of that group. Fede Logi is the head. And Savannah Pede is on that group. So the 7-man council, we know who are those. We know who are those, plotting against the unity that we all, when we come in public, the unity that we all stand and preach. When they go behind closed doors, these are the secret court they can go have and come in the public and present themselves that they are something. These are the 7-man council. Yeah.
I don't want to believe that my brother SYZ is part of a 7-man council.
Oh, Joe, you don't, Chairman, you don't, Chairman, you don't even want to know about SYZ. SYZ name is synonymous to attaching your name on documents that are not good. That's how it looks now in the community. Any document that ain't good, you want for SYZ need to go there, you put it in there quickly. Whether it's registering organization or known to the body, SYZ need will go there. Just asking for a phone address, he will give it to you. Whether it's concocting plans to remove people, SYZ need will go there. He is on the good document that took the association to court. So we're not lying. So the brother cannot come. This is a guy who chastises people a lot on the same open table. Since the brother got on earth to be the person he is, the man, he ran away from his own show. And you can see, nobody is preventing the guy, but he shares this show on his page all of the time. Right after this show is out, you wouldn't see it on his page again. But he's going to share the show, but he can't come on the show. This face is something about the face. He doesn't have the face to criticize any longer.
It's because the making of the show, he has the password and he has all the documents he still do. Also, his Facebook is automatically directly attached to it. So that's why it's on his page immediately when we are going live. And then when he deletes it, that's up to him as well. But yeah, he still have all the access to this page and this show.
So, Chairman, we can switch the topic a bit so our brother Moba can update us from Liberia.
We better go Liberia. Well, Moba will be very important because we get two Moba said 2 by-elections happening right now. We are in Liberia. Moba, we are talking about Nimba and Grangila. If we talk about a by-election that's happening right now, you said too many people in the race are running or whatsoever. Do you think it's going to be favorable in, like, at least for the ruling party? Now, do you think they will gain something from the by-election, the 2 seats that are up for grab? It's one in the upper house and one in the lower house, right? Or they are both in the upper house?
You are muted, Moba.
No, unmute yourself. Put your phone up. We're not hearing you.
Baba is in the studio. I think that's why.
We are not hearing you, Moba. Huh? He said somebody on muting.
You are not muted from muted. Yeah, I didn't mute
Check your
you.
end, Moba.
It's saying the host mute.
Okay, go ahead now. You on?
Okay, you can get me now.
Yeah, we can get you now. Again, once again, I'll ask the question if you didn't hear it, so you can hear it well. The by-election.
I got it. I
Okay.
got a question.
All right, go ahead.
So recently, the opposition, the CDC had a press conference at the CDC headquarters in Concord Town, and they made it very clear that they are not going to put up any candidate in the both race. That is in Nimba County, the by-election, as well as in Grand Jita County. But they said they're going to support. Very soon they will be in the two counties, and they're going to give their support to either of the candidates that are going to be contested. But to say will be officially supporting or putting all candidates on the ticket of the CDC, they will not do that. The same as the ruling party. For Nimba County, the ruling party don't have a candidate there, but you know the ruling party, the Unity Party, was in collaboration or is in collaboration with other parties as well. So like I said, the current vice president, Jeremiah Panko, supports one of the candidates in Nimba County, Ya Twine. Ya Twine is one of the candidates that the current vice president is supporting, while on the other hand, Senator Prince Ward Johnson is supporting Representative Samuel Koga. Samuel Koga is current representative of electoral district number 5, Nimba County. He has been a representative in the House since 2011. So according to him, the people of Nimba County have called upon him to serve based on his track record, being a lawmaker of district number 5, Nimba County. He's working across the county as well. But these are issues that people are confused with, where Senator Prince Johnson will be supporting Samuel Koga, as well as Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn supporting Ya Twine as well in the by-election in Nimba County.
Okay. Jeremiah Chair, this is I don't know. Is this house divided? Prince Johnson supporting one person, Jeremiah Kuhn supporting one person. I think, is this not Jeremiah Kuhn's political father, or the son? The son is he's a big man now. Matter of fact, he left the house. Let's say he left the house and he's living on his own. There's no more I guess no more respect for the father. He's a grown man now and taking care of his own family and making his own decisions. So he's removing himself from under his godfather. Is that what happened here?
I don't know. For all I see is this. Why it's true that you cannot root out Senator Johnson's influence in Nimba County.
Jared, before you go ahead, let me say why Senator Johnson is supporting Samuel Koga. When the lawmakers of Capitol Hill were signing the resolution for the establishment of the World and Economic Crime Court in Liberia, Samuel Koga was one of the lawmakers from Nimba County that did not affect the judgment of the World and Economic Crime Court. So political pundits have said the reason the senator is supporting him because the senator have been afraid, especially when it comes to the establishment of World and Economic Crime Court in Liberia. Most often when he listened, when people say War Crime Court or they want to establish War Crime Court in the country, sometimes Senator Prince Johnson get annoyed about that. So people have said one of the reasons he's supporting Samuel Koga because Samuel Koga did not agree with the establishment of the War and Economic Crime Code establishment.
Okay. Jeremiah Kun just left. He will be back maybe shortly. Yeah. Oh, Jeremiah
Yes.
Kun is here. Oh, I said Jeremiah Kun is here.
Yeah, he said Jeremiah.
According to Jeremiah Kun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about you know about Yan Twain. I think you were talking to him sometime last year. I don't know if you guys still communicate. But Yan Twain is having the support of the vice president. If I'm right, Jeremiah Kun is supporting Yan Twain, right? Jeremiah Moba.
Yeah, Jeremiah Kun, the vice president.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Prince Johnson is supporting someone else. Prince Johnson, like Jeremiah Moba still. Huh?
Yeah, Prince Johnson is supporting Koga. Yeah, Representative Koga.
Yeah, and Prince Johnson, you know, he believes in loyalty. He believes in loyalty. Koga is going to give him that loyalty. The fact that Koga took himself from voting, matter of fact, he didn't even vote for war crime, and Prince Johnson is always going to do something in his own interest, right? So this is where you have to test your strength as a young man or as a young person in politics that is faster growing. Like Jeremiah Kun now, he's growing so fast in politics. He's the vice president. So fast. And we in the jungle, a lion, before a lion become a man or try to lead a certain group of his own people, the lion sometimes will tend to fight the father to say, I'm a man now. So this is Jeremiah Kun, I'm a man now movement. Is Jeremiah Kun going to pull this off for Yan Twain, or Prince Johnson is still the man in Nimba County?
Yeah, yes. You know, Yan Twain stand a good chance with Jeremiah Kun's support. I will tell you that. Yan Twain, the first round of the election, they just ended the election. Yan Twain got a vote of over 50,000 in Nimba County next to Prince Johnson. So technically, right now, this by-election is standing a good chance. He's standing a good chance. You just have to be, open up and reach out to all corners of Nimba County and reach out to everyone in Nimba County. But I will tell you that Yan Twain having he stand a good chance of winning with Jeremiah Kun or support. And what I'm very disappointed in is Unity Party. Yan Twain is a bona fide member of Unity Party. Yes. In the whole race, Yan Twain is a bona fide member of Unity Party. For Unity Party to come up and tell us that they're not, supporting anyone is disheartening. It's like a political disappointment to Yan Twain. Yeah, because they did it to him. They did it to him during the first round. When Prince Johnson rushed to join the Unity Party again turned her back on Yan Twain. And it didn't go down well with Yan Twain. That's how Yan Twain ran on, as an independent candidate. And today, as a ruling party, they're turning the back again on Yan Twain because they're in collaboration. Come on now. This is a political disappointment, and I will tell you that what they are doing, Yan Twain, is not good. As you pay member of Unity Party and a ranking member of Unity Party at that rate, it's not good to Yan Twain.
Jeremiah Moba, Yan is saying here, Yan Twain is a bona fide member. Matter of fact, UP is running in his blood. And UP is not supported. So let me ask this: is Yan Twain first running as an independent, or he's running on UP or ticket?
No, he's going as an independent.
Okay. So yeah, is it possible that this the one that was there is still fresh because what UP did to him this past months, or let's say the past elections? So it's possible that it's still, we don't trust each other. Let's look at it this way. That's why they are not putting their full support behind him. Is that possible?
No, no, I believe it because of the negotiation that went behind closed door. I believe from what I'm hearing from the Nyan Twine camp, you know, Nyan Twine went there to ask them again after the whole thing. In fact, they gave their words to Nyan Twine after the first roundup. They gave their words to Nyan
Yeah.
Twine, even to my old man Prince Johnson gave his word to Nyan Twine that if you support us, which is the general election of Jeremiah Kun, the second roundup,
The rescue mission.
we,
The
the
rescue
rest
mission.
of us will push you in the position. If Jeremiah as vice president of the nation, we will push you and you will definitely become the next senator, you know, in Nima. And today, Prince Johnson betrayed that struggle. And United Party, one of yours, you're going to betray him too because Prince Johnson has said, I'm not going to support Nyan Twine because of his own selfish game. I don't think United Party is proceeding well with Nyan Twine. Nyan Twine wanted to go on the United Party ticket because Prince Johnson pronounced that he's not going to support Nyan Twine. So again, they withdrew their support. You know, they don't want them to be in the forefront that Nyan Twine is running on United Party ticket, so they're going against Prince Johnson. That's why it is. So Prince Johnson need to man, not Prince Johnson, but United Party need to be a political party that stand up for people. You see it? But what they're doing to Nyan Twine, I don't think they're proceeding well.
So you are saying that Nyan Twine supported the rescue mission, right? And he
Right.
supported the rescue mission.
The rescue mission, yes.
So he supported the rescue mission with the hope that when Jeremiah Kun is out of that position,
Now with the promise to the people, with the promise from
The
both
rescue
Prince
mission
Johnson and
will-
the United States.
the rescue mission will in turn return the favor, like give him that support in Niba County to win. But right now, the rescue mission, they withdrew that support or that promise, and Nyan Twine now is on an island all by himself, making an independent candidate. Mr. Jeremiah Chairman, Chair, UP man. This is this is something here we have to bring to you
Yeah.
as a UP man. UP
you hear me?
supported. Yeah, we can hear you. We
Yeah,
can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, we're bringing this to you as a UP man. UP Jeremiah Chairman Jeremiah Chair, UP man. UP supported Nyan Twine. Nyan Twine supported UP for Jeremiah Kun to get to where he is in Nimba County. Now it's time for UP to return the favor, support Nyan Twine for Jeremiah's Kun's seat. And UP is backing up. Like they say, no, we don't want anything to do with it. Is it because they are afraid of public disgrace because they know that they're going against PYJ? Maybe they don't want to edit defeat now, or they just don't trust Nyan Twine. What's going on here?
Well, laying on my premise that I began with earlier, while it's true that you cannot dismiss Prince Johnson as being the political godfather of Nimba County, Nyan Twine is the rising star in Nimba. You understand? Prince Johnson has a political gambit. He always makes business with the county. Like if you are the senior senator and you want everything to go your way, they respect you though. But the generation is coming up. And now Nimba can boast of a vice president in Jeremiah Kun. How he got there, it was the collective effort of everyone, United Party people, MDR people, everyone, plus his own base. So Nyan Twine, being a lifelong member of the United Party, I know this dude from the time he was at even NASCO. When he was at NASCO, I know Yan.
Yeah.
He's very educated, he's very articulate, he's very smart, and he's a face. He's currently after Prince Johnson, Vice President Kun. He's the new face. He's the new darling ball, and United Party is supporting him. But they are being very strategic in this thing because we learned this in Lofa County when Brani's seat was taken from him, and this guy won Joseph Jala. There was a Joseph Jala that went, and CDC
He's a senator
went
now.
in with Senator Joseph Jala. They went in with a strategy. CDC said we're not supporting anybody. We don't have any candidates, and they allowed everybody to get in the mud. But underwater, they were supporting Jala, and as soon as Jala won, he became a sedition. So this is the trick. Everybody know Yan Twine is a Unity Party man, and he came close to Prince Johnson just this going election. The guy had over 50,000 plus votes. He based all his votes from his base were even given to President Joseph Boyka now. So you can't rule him out. If it is not Jeremiah Coon, the vice president, if it is not Senator Johnson, definitely it will be Yan Twine, because the Koga, Representative Koga guy, he has an argument, but Prince Johnson is basically supporting him because of the war crimes code. He just wants somebody he can trust. It's up to his own liking. He's a narcissist. Like if you intend to give him your support, he supports you. That's how he does it. And now he's only complaining like, oh, Nima ain't got this, Nima ain't got that, Nima ain't got this in the rescue mission. For God's sake, give this party a chance, because for one fact, Nima has the second seat in the land. Yes. Nima has the energy ministry, the lands and mines. Give me a break. The works ministry, the people who tell you, say, oh, you can go to work today, whether you're foreigner or you're Liberian, you're eligible to work. Nima has it. That's very important. So I don't know why people, it's not because you request for something prior to election means that when there can be no two presidents. I can be president, you dictate to me. Nobody likes that. So if a President Joseph Boyka is not giving you what you are requesting, that don't mean that you can't still support his choice of being the new leader of NIMBA. This man is going to replace the vice president, and Representative Koga is going to have a tough time because the youth believe in him. You saw him in the trenches. He's a guy who's going to make the change. Now NIMBA can boast of a superintendent that Prince Johnson didn't like, Senator Johnson didn't like, in Mepe Gono, but at the end of the day, they are going to work with her because she's the chosen one, and she's a leader by excellence. So at the end of the day, it's not what Senator Johnson wants, it's what NIMBA County deserves. That's going to happen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeremiah Chit. Thank you very much. Jeremiah Moba. So this is the case here now. And so we are in NIMBA, and I think I don't know how you guys see this, but I look at this at Jeremiah Kwankun's movement, because I think Prince Johnson is fading away now. We know that he's getting old, right? NIMBA County should be looking at the next big thing, right? The next big thing, which I believe at this particular moment is Jeremiah Kun. He was a junior senator, now he's a vice president.
Yeah.
Is Jeremiah Kun's support enough to push Yan Twine across to the finish line? Or Prince Johnson, though he's dying slowly away from politics, let me use the word fading, fading slowly away from politics, is he still strong to give Koga the seat? Because Yan Twine, like everybody knows, he's a rising star. Matter of fact, it's because of Yan Twine that Prince Johnson was a little bit shaky. Prince Johnson had to strike that deal with UP and say, look, I want to join you, and you got take this ball off the ticket, because Prince Johnson rather wanted Yan Twine to move on UP support. So now he has something to prove, that he can go against Yan Twine and the VP and still tell him that I'm the man in NIMBA. What do you think?
Well, like Jared said, you cannot, excuse Prince Johnson from NIMBA County politics totally. If you want to win NIMBA County, you need to support Prince Johnson, no matter what you do. Jeremiah Kwankun's support alone is not sufficient to ensure that Yan win the senatorial election that is taking place on the 23rd of this month. It's not enough as well. You will need the support of Prince Johnson to to win Nimba County. The issue about Nimba County have been tribal politics play a major role in Nimba County, especially those from the Gill background as well as the Mano background. So if you look at the two tribes, you will know that the folks from the Gill background, uh, in terms of the number, they have the number, and there Senator Prince Johnson Castle. They listen to him as well. Even the 2023 elections, what was being preached, the politics Senator Johnson preached in Nima County was in the tribal politics, especially Gill people in the Gill politics, pushing the interests of Gill people. That was his politics. He was taking along as he goes to campaign. He always talking about Gill people, also kind of. You can press and win the election in Nimba County.
Thank you very much, Jeremiah Mamba. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is it. This is to you. Jeremiah Mamba included, and he did make mention of a very important point here. The tribal politics still alive in Nimba County. Gio, matter of fact, in the majority. Whether we like it or not, they are in the majority. Prince Johnson is from that side of Nimba County. If I say that side, I'm saying the Gio people. So Yan Twine, who I believe is a Mano man, am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Mano
man.
Yes.
Yan Twine, who I believe is a Mano man, is going against the godfather of Nimba County, and not just the godfather of Nimba County, but the favorite son of the Gio people. So now, this is something is tough for Yan Twine. You think he can pull this up with the fact that I know the Gio is not just the owner now. We know we have other tribes there. When they're talking about Gio and Mano, we know we have Madingo over there. We know other tribes will come into play. So can Yan Twine ready or pull this thing up?
I can't sit on here and say it is easy for Yan Twine. I follow Yan Twine politics, political campaign very closely because he's a young man like me. I want to see what his strengths are in the county and what his weaknesses are in the county. I follow it very closely. And one of the weaknesses from my observation and from the observation of other young people that are on ground in the county is Yan Twine is not open up to especially young people. He don't get around too much to a lot of young people, and is that in that line is going to give him a little bit of tough time in the county. But on the other hand, Yan, from the first roundoff of the election, this gone November election, from the first roundoff, Yan challenged Prince Johnson. The 50,000 plus vote that he got is not just from the Mano belt. Some of it came from the Gio belt, knowing very well that the favorite son of the Gil belt were in the race, and stuff. So Yan dived into that vote as well. That gave him a little bit of good standing as well. But again, it's not an easy route right now. Now that the favorite son is disenchanted, that knowing very well that what he preaching is if Yan go there, Yan going to go against him, and the American people are going to come and collect him to put him in jail. That's a politics now he preaching to his country people back there. So Yan got to be very strategic enough, to get around the people and appeal to the conscience of the people and gain the vote from them. If not, it's gonna be like Edith Gonglo Way and Jeremiah Kwankun election. That in fact, while Mr. Moba just talked about the Mano and the Gio, Prince Johnson have said in the past that there will be no Mano senator. The Mano people will continue to be in the lower house. They will not come in the upper house. Prince Johnson said that before. So if Prince Johnson now that promised Yan Twine that he's going to push Yan Twine after Jeremiah won election as vice president, it's against Yan Twine at a particular time. So he still stand by his word that as long as he's still alive, Manomet will not become a senator. They will continue to stay in the lower house. So Nyatwa got to be very strategic. In fact, that's why guy either Gonglo were very much disenchanted and went against them in the first place because of the tribal politics that Prince Johnson continued to preach in the county.
Okay, very much. Thank
So
you very much.
Prince Johnson is blessing Yan Twine. Sorry, Samuel.
Koga, yeah, Koga is kneeling down to Prince Johnson. Koga
Yeah.
is kneeling down to Prince Johnson, and Prince Johnson is laying hands now. Prince Johnson is laying hand on Koga. Prince Johnson, Prince Johnson is Prince Johnson is laying hands on Koga. Prince Johnson is more than the second coming of the Messiah. Oh my goodness, Prince Johnson is in Nimba County. Prince Johnson, they respect Prince Johnson too much. So let's be frank here. Prince Johnson, though he's strong, let's look at Yan Twine. You may mention Edith Gonglo where is Edith and how they call the old man my papi the brown.
Gonglo.
Gonglo. It's Edith, Gonglo, and all the, I know Gonglo is a Mano man. I know Edith is from the Mano people. Are they behind Yan Twine? Even though we understand this cannot just be purely based on tribal politics, but you need the strong people from your tribal side to at least give you strength, uplift you. Are they behind him, or they are just taking a back seat to this whole thing? Jeremiah Moba, say something and you want to say something.
Yeah, so right now, some of those people have not publicly come out to play support. You know, the political game, there are other people who will do their secretly in the night and through phone calls and other things. But right now, either have not come out publicly to play support to Yan. But Yan is in Montserrat County as we speak, soliciting support from the Maya who are based here as well, calling on them to go back home. Because one of the problems had been there are people who went to Nima County to vote. But again, during election time, they find it so difficult to go back and vote, come back, and those kinds of things as well. So he's here lobbying with them, ensuring that they can go back home and vote. But it's a huge task as well, because getting those people to Nimba, and you're going to be responsible as well to bring them back when they finish voting. So it's a huge task. Samuel Koga, on the other hand, is also here as well, getting the support of Nimba who are based in Montserrat counties as well. So of the candidates that are contesting, the two big names, Samuel Koga and Yan Twine.
So Montserrat is like actually now the boarding part of for them to start seeking and lobbying for people to go back, because like you made mention of that. That's very important, because people will come to for leave, but you know they call the choking of voters, the movement of voters, and whatsoever doing election. They are registered over there, and that's why some of them will not take part or whatsoever in these things. But let's take a little bit a turn to Grand Jita. Are we talking Grand Jita the next by-election? Is that Grand Jita?
Yes.
Grand Jita electoral district number 1.
Yeah. So Grand Jita. What's the movement over that? Electoral district number 1, Grand Jita. Who you think is in the lead right now? And again, and this question again, is UP is not supporting or killing it? UP supporting or what?
What's the death of the former lawmaker Aaron Madison going? There are too many people who have come to the table, who have declared their intention. But again, his chief of officer is one Nathaniel Bad, who has stepped up to replace the late lawmaker. He's been heavily campaigning in the county, calling on the people to continue the legacy of the former lawmaker. So that's a campaign he's pushing, ensuring that he can get elected. to replace or to continue the working of the late lawmaker. But in the race, there are political parties that got a candidate. You have the CPP got candidate there. You have some independent candidates as well. The Unity Party got candidate there, but I'm not familiar with his name. The Unity Party got candidate in Grand Judah County District 1.
Okay, Unity Party got candidate there, and I'm surprised that CDC is not supporting somebody in Grand Judah. That's the big.
Yeah, they both Nimba and Grand Judah. The CDC said they are not pushing any candidate, but in the coming time they're going to visit and they're going to see what to do, maybe support or just give a kind of support to any of the candidate, but no candidate going to be on a CDC ticket on the ballot of the two candidates.
I can understand Nimba a little bit, because I don't think that's a CDC stronghold. But Grand Judah CDC stronghold, Jeremiah Chia, Grand Judah, UP. Do you think UP pulled this off? Because UP is trying to, like we know, how to call him, or Yeke Koluba has been talking about you guys trying to remove a speaker. This is a piece for you guys to add to your majority in the House. You think UP pull off Grand Judah, or this is a tough one?
Well, I think Grand Judah is very crucial to the UP. I'm not a strategist for them, but I think the leaders will be listening. It's essential because there was a huge chunk of vote and the hula baloo from the southeast during this current election. CDC boosted of the southeast as being one of the strongholds all over the place, and through several means, our people were able to divide the votes coming from there, and they did it in a short period of time. So I will hope that the UP is going to support somebody who's going to be like a figurehead in the southeast, because Grand Judah is very strategic. When you leave Grand Judah, you enter in Nema County. So if you hold down Grand Judah, you'll be going on your way to River G, and you start getting a grasp of the southeast gradually. And looking at the way the Unity Party is in central Liberia and the west, I think the southeast is very important for them to grab, because if they do so, the main opposition or political party will boast of nothing. Grand Judah is the home of former President Samuel Doe. So you need that county. It's historic. And the last superintendent they had there, handled partisans of the ANC, including Mr. Cummings and Honorable Yeke Koluba, and also Unity Party partisans. So if they will sit, now that they are in power, they don't amalgamate the forces to ensure that they win that seat. I mean, it's a disservice to themselves, but I would love to see the UP control that county and see how best they can improve the lives of the people there. Because CDC was in power for 6 years, and then up to now, the lives of the people in Grand Judah and further has not been really up to that standard. And they lost an inspiring leader in Eromais Nguyen. So I believe that it's now time by the proper candidate that they can support.
Thank you very much, Jeremiah Chia. Thank you very much. Yeah, Grand Judah. Grand Judah is on the menu. We know UP perform poorly in the southeast. In the south, let's say that UP. You think UP can in Grand Judah pull something out from Grand Judah to add to at least their strength in the lower house, because they will need Grand Judah. I mean, I don't think that Mr. Jeremiah Chia said, I don't think UP can turn a blind eye to Grand Judah and just think, they don't need Grand Judah. They need that Grand Judah to help, at least in the lower house.
Yeah, to me, I don't think strategic enough to put out a candidate in Grand Julian. They should have done like every other political party are doing, like what CDC is doing in Nima County. That what they should have done, to look for somebody over there and just push them. And when they come in the lower hall, they can push their agenda. But putting a candidate in that region, is probably they just want to prove that they are the ruling government, but I don't think they get liked. But again, it's a shot. That's a political stance, and they will. Let's see what happens. But I don't think they get any luck in that region at a particular time.
Yeah, that region is very tough for UP, the ruling party. But I think, like Jeremiah's chief said, they should have a good strategy over there. At least test your strength there again, and then you can build on from over there. They would need that going forward. So, I mean, in my opinion, I think like your strategy is well taken into consideration. They should at least be placing that call to someone on a closed door or something and supporting who they can support at least to join them once the election results they are out. Let's talk about Chia. What's happening to your papi? Let's talk about the old man. The old man, Joseph Boyka. The old man is a very good checker player. The old man is playing checker. So let's talk about why the old man will allow people to go to nomination and then put it down whatsoever. Like they are calling him the new VAR in Liberia now. Because when something go on the executive mansion website, you can go and start calling your family member and tell them, say, I get job. Because Boyka still got to review. When you score in the Premier League now, they got to bring the VAR and say, if that offside. Boyka calling a lot of offside these few days. What happened to Boyka?
Well, I heard people call the president a couple of days VAR. So I thought to dig deeper as to why they were calling him that name. But I believe that the president, being the president, has always been in control. You know what I'm saying? There are people who will try to manage the way in the agenda that are not part of the agenda. And the thing is going to go unnoticed. But if he reasons with that, then you're going to be clear. But if he doesn't, several names, the president, even Madam Salif had over 7,000 appointments to make. She didn't make it in 12 years. President George Weah had the same amount of people. He didn't make it in 6 years. So President Boyka will appoint. He wouldn't cross the 7,000 plus threshold. So with over 40,000 civil servants, they are not all political appointees. People need to understand this. Other people will get confirmed, other people wouldn't get confirmed. But the needful needs to be done. People need that is being presented or that have been presented for nomination has to be cleared and sanctioned by the president. Say, okay, yeah, let this person go forth. So that it doesn't bring the embarrassment to the administration that, oh, you went through everything and you were called to come out. Not for corruption, not for any other thing, but you were just called. They took you up. Like there have been some instances like my friend and brother, a longtime friend, Eric Jan Georges, it happened to him. He was nominated as a deputy minister of public works, I think for technical services, as something like that. And then he decided to make a post and people spew rumors without reading the post. He has never been a seditious and he not even in his trying time. So why would he become a seditious after his appointment and want to show it? But people are weak. Sometimes they don't read, or some other people do these things to tear down and bring people down. So they apparently went and, oh look, this person you appointed as your role strategist, the man who is supposed to build the roles, see, he was seditious. And that was false. When they read his statement that he posted, then they understood what the damage was done. His nomination was withdrawn. So you see, sometimes these things, they do happen, and there's still lighting at the end of the tunnel. So I know my brother is a professional guy. I know one day he's gonna get something bigger, whether it's in this government or in the future.
But I'm just laying his story as an example. Well, I think the president is in control of everything that's going on. And if you think you are untouchable in this government, you're making a mistake. President Joseph Boyka acts like he don't know what's going on, but he does. And if you think you're gonna ride him, like he doesn't have control, you're making a mistake. You will be disgraced in the soonest possible time, and people will see you for who you are because he's gonna let you slide. A couple of things gonna slide. Maybe we are yet to reach the 100 days markings that every government builds upon, but there are things happening. And if you think you're going to do stuff because you were appointed by the president and go scot free, you are going to be called to book. And I believe that whoever gets a nomination on e-motion should take it seriously, go through your rightful stuff, present all your credentials like you should. Don't deceive him so that he doesn't deceive you. Because if you deceive the president, you want to make him look small. And he will give you the shot. He's going to either act on your deceit or withdraw your nomination. And when if he withdraws your nomination, the shame is on you now because he acted. So I'm just admonishing Liberians, the civil servants, the government officials, the newly appointed ones, and the president to do what is best for the country and continue to serve. We trust you. We post confidence in you because we know at this age and time, President Boyka is not those young ones like us who want to impress people. He's not impressing nobody. He's a legacy president. That's one of the legacy presidents that we have now. And it's all on him to leave, to etch his name on our history as one of the best presidents we've ever had. Now is the time and now is the place. So I believe and I trust him and he will do better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jeremiah Chie. Yeah, this is the case right here. The old man is removing people's name once they appear on the executive mansion, or at least he's not certified with the process. Sometimes he remove people and he replaced them. Matter of fact, like Chie made mention of his brother Eric. He replaced that guy with a Kingsman from Lofa County, another Kisi man to be deputy or public work minister. A shout out to him. Now at least we can get road going to Lofa County. If 6 years we don't see road going to Lofa County, there'll be a huge protest. I will help the people to I will support that protest because we can have an assistant deputy minister. For too long, Lofa County road has been in the work for too long. It's about time we face Lofa County road. So since they did what they're supposed to, and I believe they took the assistant or the deputy minister for public work from there unfairly, Eric. I think Eric should have his job. Matter of fact, if UP people that are listed and the old man, you please find a place and give Eric a better place. He's qualified, well qualified to be over there. So this is about Liberia. It's not party anymore. It's not about CDC, not UP. This is about Liberia, how to move Liberia forward. So I do the right thing and needful thing. So yeah, what's up? What's up? Is this something that is healthy for the first 100 days, or they are still just trying to figure out this thing of leadership in government?
The vetting committee, they come down on those vetting committees, right? Joseph Boyka is not the one that going out there, bringing his own people. There are people coming and giving, him those names, and he trusts them. So in all those people got to do due diligence before bringing any names to Joe Boyka. The papier is just there. The papier put you in a position to do a piece of job, and he trusted you. You have to trust yourself and do it to the letter. I would not. You will not appoint me, to vet people, vetting committee. Then I bring Jeremiah Chie to you. Then later on, I find out something about Jeremiah Chie. Then I say, papier, the one is not good. Withdraw him. So I will be making you to look bad now to the public while I'm, sitting there. I was supposed to do due diligence and find out all the necessary information about this person before coming up to you and say, oh, appoint this person and stuff. So the vetting committee that Joe Biden have, they've been making a lot of mistakes. They've been making a lot of mistakes. I think the first 2 weeks of this administration, they made a lot of mistakes. We saw that, and they continue to make mistakes. They have to, slow down and vet those people correctly. Like the deputy minister for it was that for justice, or they got our own spoon a few days. How you call him? Um Lafia Gu. Lafia Gu. Later on, they found out that Lafia Gu, as a prosecutor for CDC government, he did a lot of things. Why you could not catch that? Why you allowed this man to put his name up before coming up to tell him that, oh, this is what the man did? So those things, it have to be looking at. They have to look at it very carefully before bringing people to the OBE for nomination for that need to appear on the e-marshal and what have you.
I think you made a point, though, yeah. Maybe sometimes these things happen once there's not a person who is interested in the job that you're going for or you're vying for, so they don't tend to bring it to the public glare. But it's important that every nomination goes through that vetting process. I think they've been doing it, and President Barker wouldn't know everyone he appoints. Some people he will appoint you, he knows you personally, and you interacted with him. But there are several of them that he don't know. He won't pass you by and call you by your name. But the onus is upon you to prove yourself. Maybe if you in one of the lead ministries, you can make your name by the policies you met there and acting them, and you're making sure things are done the right way. You can get recognized by the president. You understand me? As a civil servant. So a lot of people, they'll think that you can falsify your CV. You can come with a lot of documents that are not factual. You can present them because these jobs are not applied for online. No, you won't see that. People will recommend you, and those people who recommend you need to be sure before they can recommend you. That don't mean the president is in the know or he knows you. Say, yeah, Mr. President, this person is this. Okay, bring the needed documents to back all the things you say you can do. That's when they take that far up down there before your name is being placed, perhaps in the book for to be shortlisted. In fact, not even to be appointed, but to be shortlisted. Maybe you might be 10 on one position, and you need to meet the criteria set, the skill set, and the know-how before you can even go through the process of being nominated. Because once it gets on e-marshal, to me, that should be the final. And then you're on your way to the Senate for confirmation where applicable. But if these things are not done properly, like maybe Jan said, maybe it was too early, but the experience is there and people live and learn. And so I believe that things, if you lie to anybody in this administration, if they find out, you'll be booted out. There's no if and buts. If you falsify anything, pray they shouldn't find out. If they find out, you'll be booted out because technology is here and Martin Colley is there, and a lot of people who doing research. You can't just jump on 9 days and say stuff. You and somebody can be on the phone, they're on Google. You and somebody can be sitting, they try to check out stuff. So to find a way around these situations, you got to be who you say you are and go there and get grilled by the Senate and get confirmed and feel confident to go and do your job. That's why it should be.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like Jan and said, and you said, the vetting process, they should take it very seriously and very carefully. Like, you don't expect the president to be doing research. He expects when the names come before him that they have been vetted enough, because that's why the team is there for. You don't expect the old man to be reading through lists and looking at CV and whatsoever. A lot of people he will be appointing for this position, you will not know them personally, but he expects them to do their job. The lines are open. Or you can call 317-640-9700, 317-640-9700 to participate. We had Jeremiah Mobile here. He's going to the newsroom now. He's going to be giving some news. He's heading to the newsroom, and we take the Jeremiah Mobile. Thank you for coming and sliding by. And he's going to the newsroom and about to do some job, and he will touch on the needed. So yeah, the vetting process. Yeah, you said the vetting process should be taken carefully. The vetting process, I believe so, because for the name to come before the old man, it should be well vetted. And Jeremiah G said, if someone carry a lie or a fake resume or whatsoever, they will be booted out, even if they get confirmed. Is that what we are saying? We're not going to play like turn a blind eye because the person confirmed already. Or if they get confirmed, you still boot them out. Cheer, is that what we are going to do?
No, I'm saying in the interim, like for instance, if there are informations before you get cleared by the Senate, and even I believe afterwards, because the thing is like maybe they name you as the Liberian ambassador, let's say, to the United States, and then you have some character issue that we think the Senate should not clear you in the court of public opinions. And then if there are records, you are being sued, you are being this labeled. This is not a lackadaisical government that people will sit there and you got allegations and you just moving freely. No. If you have allegations in this government, I can assure you, if you have allegations in this government, clear it up. Because if you don't, the old man will not be there to take your sins. He will not be there to take your beatings. He will not come to a conference and people say, oh, so there are several things that takes place on the sidelines of the GA. Maybe the Millennium Goals, or maybe the topic for the year at the GA is some human rights and blah, 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 the wars and other things escalating and stuff. And then, Mr. President, you're talking to some serious human rights person, and then you're supposed to be accompanied by your Minister of Foreign Affairs and your ambassador at the UN. And they two got that same record on them. You think it's going to well for the president to say, okay, on the side of the discussion, my minister will handle that part and stuff like that, like we saw in the last government. Where will you push the agenda of the administration? Nowhere, because you don't have the courage to do so, because you yourself lack the ability to do so because of your tinted character. So I'm saying, in cases like that, a lot of people gonna think that the old man, President Boyka, he gave you the job. Like one of my former bosses used to say, I gave you this job, but I can't sustain you on the job. It's you who's going to sustain yourself on this job based on your experience, qualification, and character. And that's something deep. Up to now, it still resonates with me because you can attain certain feat in life, and you are going to need that consistency to maintain. And your character goes a long way where your money never takes you. So I'm saying President Boyka administration is going to do all it can. It might not be 100%. There are some things that people will cry about, especially in the early stages. But as time ensues, I believe they need to be re-elected someday through some other person or somehow. So they need to make the deliverable very top notch that people will miss them. Because if the electors don't miss you, you did nothing.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So yeah.
Let me just make a little bit of point on what let me add to what Jeremiah just said. I just want to add that those names, if somebody recommend you, you need to be fair to the process as well. As you need to be fair to the process. Yeah, don't come with lies, knowing that you are lying, and it will catch up with you, and it will make all of us to look bad, and even to the person I appointing you to look bad, like recommending you to look bad. So when they appoint you, be fair to the process. whatever you have done, come to them behind closed door and say, look, even though I'm recommended, this is all the thing I have on, on my background. Yeah, be fair to the process, because business yesterday is not business today. Like Jeremiah Rector said, we are in a technology where everybody now, as soon as I hear your name, I'm looking at all the people that are on social media, all the people that you friend with on social media. I'm calling them about you. I'm finding out. I'm finding up every information about you. So it's like everybody, we are FBI on one another. That's how it look like now. So when somebody recommend you, be fair to the process, and that person be fair to the person that recommending you as well. Make that person to look good as well. So I just want to say that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So the line to to participate, 317-640-9700. 317-640-9700. We are talking Liberia. We talk a little bit about our community here in Indiana, and now that we touch on Liberia, Indiana, we'll soon be wrapping up over here, gentlemen. Let's not forget next weekend. Is that next weekend? Next weekend, the general meeting?
Yes.
For Liberians in Indiana. Next weekend, the general meeting. Please go to the general meeting and listen to the acting president explain the state of the affair, where we are right now as a community. Maybe he will touch on how many time some people will get denied next week again, because this week we already get 2. My goodness. And like how many times we're expecting this guy to get denied? Please help me. Yeah, help me here. Help me here. This is your brother. You have been working with him or whatsoever. He's not far from you. You communicate with the guy. Please help me.
Brother, it's the same process that the board went through with him. That's the same process the judges are going through with him. He got denied, and they told him over and over and again. The board told him over and over and again that they don't have a merit. Kerry, forget this thing. Focus on the affairs of the association. Join the rest of the team. You push the agenda of the people. What you have in place. It's the same thing. He said no. And they call him. Look, when the board left that meeting, I believe that the board member called him individually as well. He said no to them. And he not just stopped there. The MES meeting, the MES organization talked to this man as well. He didn't listen. So I don't know, until probably the judge get mad and jail him for wasting his time. That's the only way probably Kerry will start. But again, he left with the judge got to get mad. The judge got to get mad at him, and the man is very, very vindictive. Very much vindictive. He allowing your ego to waste the time of the judge, the pressure time. There are a lot of cases, serious cases out there that the judge will be taking care of, than to be wasting his time on Google case, no evidence, with lies, like you said, chiche pole, evidence you bringing up every day. First of all, you told the judge that you're not on the account. Why you printing? Who giving you the bank statement? Joseph said that you cannot just walk to the bank and say, oh, y'all give me our bank statement. They will not give it to you. Even though you are due paying member, they will not give it to you. I cannot just walk to the bank and say, y'all give me I'm a due paying member. Like Philip Logan said the other day, he went to the bank and requested for the bank statement. They be talking to people that we that were just born today. Yeah. So he said you're not on the bank statement. So where are you getting those bank statement from?
The next time Logan says that, ask him to go and get a bank statement. Let me see. Let it happen like that. Say he your friend.
Yeah. So I don't understand. So this thing is not healthy for our community. The brother had to look at the broader community, the community that he requested. He talked to them. He asked them, oh, my people, you trust me. This is what I can do. He told the community this why he can do and why he can offer to the community. Now that the same community you are punishing, that the same community you are venting against for no reason. I think when you're venting for tangible reason, we'll find reason and sympathize with you. But for no reason, you just being egoistic. Come on now. You know, this thing is not healthy, my brother. Until the judge can get mad and jail him. That's the only time probably Kerry will stop.
Listen, yeah, don't make me laugh. You see, so when we say these things, we don't say out of anger because we are very, very resolved people and we know what's at stake. This administration told the community what they intend to do before assuming power. And now the administration still harbors that hope. I remember some part of last week, yeah, the acting president, the current vice president, and now the acting president posted in the chat room the meeting stuff, flyer, and you reposted. Now, someone who claims to be lover of the community in uniting the community was the first person to comment on it as your post being unprofessional. I remember that word keenly. So what's unprofessional about calling people to come to a meeting? You say you have allegations. Now we call a town hall. Come and express yourself. So what's unprofessional about that, my brother? You are a newsmaker. Don't you want to run with that on your news platform and say, oh, we encourage everybody to come to a meeting? The same way you posted people to pay their dues out of shame. You think we're listening to you? You think we're not going to pay our dues because of you? You think the people are not going to come to a meeting because you're not coming? If you want to stay home, stay home. What's going to be discussed, going to be discussed. You understand me? I just laughed when I saw that comment, but you dealt with it sufficiently, so there was no need for a backup. We dealt with it professionally and sufficiently. You understand me? Because calling people to meeting should be essential in any community workings. The community will promise a lot by this administration, and we live up to that task that we will present these things before our tenure expires. So what's about you obtaining a bank statement? Why can't the community come here for themselves, the bank balances, and see for themselves, and at the end of the day, things be on display to them, and they walk away to their various homes with meeting minutes so that they know what transpired. What's wrong about that? What's unprofessional about that? Then you claim you want to lead this community? You are blind. What's wrong with Mr. Boya being acting president in this community, and now you're vice president? What's the pinch? What's hurting your soul? What's wrong with Mr. Parker being the head of this community? That you can't sleep. Anything they do is so wrong to you. You don't see any good in these people. Why? Why be wicked? Why be vindictive, like Jan said? For lack of a better word. So I will urge everyone in the community. We promise you guys that this community, before this government leaves power, we will attain our own place to host events like your own hall. Is well on course. Nothing's changed. We promise you guys that before we leave power, there will be website. It's well on course. Nothing changed. We promise you guys the community census will be conducted before the next election. Nothing's changed. It's well on course. Because we had a stalling with going into our accounts with suing and like that. We're not even started to counter sue. We ain't even thinking on our part yet. We are just saying, pay your dues, and all the deliverables that we promised will be given to you. It's just a matter of time. And don't forget, this is the first meeting that the president, it will be on the return of the president from his meeting vacation. So when the president returns that day, maybe he might intend to chair the meeting or the acting president chairs the meeting. We don't know yet, but that will be specified at a later date when he's back fully in office. So I don't want people to panic. Don't listen to the naysayers. You in this community, you've been here for ages. Some of us just coming, but we love to see people together. That's why we embark on the process of uniting people and speaking for these people. That you don't pay me to sit here 2 hours on Saturday to propagate issues of community togetherness or well-being. I'm not tearing down nobody here. I'm not castigating people. I'm now the one suing people in court back to back until the judge will meet you and say, come Saturday on the field so we can fight. That's what you want? I'm not the one doing that. You're somebody who ran in this community, Mr. Kerry. You should learn that one day these things are on record. Why would you let yourself be in the system, in under the system, just because you want to prove something to people. Who you want to prove something to? Your 7 people that are behind you? No. We got a legion of people, of followers, supporters, and the older people and the older women, the young people. We got a huge chunk of supporters that's backing this administration. So go with your anger, catch your breath, and see how best you can recalibrate. Because when you come back, this the next election, you will not succeed either, because your trend, you only change. You sue the government, you sue your own government on Thursday or Tuesday. It didn't make the news. It didn't make your headlines. The Chichipole news, the Radio Kigali, it didn't make that news because you don't see it to be news. Or but the first one broke, you were all flying around because it was a breaking news. The man sued the community. Oh, the man or something. When you contacted Monrovia, you didn't break that news to give people money to publish. You didn't break that news. It was on open table. You're trying to be fair to yourself and your conscience. I was watching a repeat of the show. I saw somebody calling me delusional. I'm like, you really know what you're talking about? I read everything. I don't respond to these things because I know I'm not. But if you call me delusional, that says a lot about you. You understand me? That says about how you carry yourself, and the people that the male figure that you have in your life. If you call me delusional for speaking on community issues, I'm not the one to be insulting people. I'm just going to speak my mind and speak the facts. Leave the administration. If you can support them, if you would be 2 or 3 in the chat room and encourage other people not to be there, that says a lot about you. So continue to do what you do, and you will get your result in a year and a half time.
Mr. Chairman, if you won't mind, let me just say 1 or 2 things.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Mr. Logan is a fine gentleman, but since Mr. Logan lost election, I think if I can count, about under 3 different times I have heard Mr. Philip Logan saying that, oh, the thing we can't have another Liberian association. The thing we can't have another Liberian association like Ohio, or will not be the first, to have 2 Liberian associations in the state. He said Ohio have it and other people had it. So why we can't have another Liberian association? Few people just get together, they say they want to run the community no matter what. We can have another Liberian association. If I can check, because I've been taking note on all those things. If my memory can set me free 3 times, 3 different times. And I will tell you, this is the same community that you ran to become leader for. When you lose, nothing, all is not lost. You lost election, that means probably you didn't work harder. Your opponent worked harder and get what they got. And if you really sincerely in your heart, meant to lead this community like you first told us when you were in the race to become president, you will, even though you lost the election, but your action will show to the people that indeed you were doing this sincerely and from your heart and for the love for the community. But what did you do? This administration tried to set some precedent, like every other organization in the time, like your IYMA. I'm not part of IYMA today because I'm not a due pay member. I cannot go to IYMA meeting because I'm not a due pay member. LAR is like IYMA. You are Liberians. We are not stopping you from becoming members of LAR. In fact, we encourage all Liberians in the state to become members of LAR. But if you are not registered member and due paying member, you're not supposed to be part of any or meeting or decision-making process of LAR. You don't have the courage to even question what LAR finance is going on or how LAR is managing her people. No, you don't. Because what? You're not members of LAR. What did you do? The administration tried to set some precedent that like my brother S say, like my brother SYZ would say, precedent. The administration tried to set so that people can follow. When the administration took that action, in the next second, there was a chat room for those people. As a leader, if you really meant what you told the Liberian people when the Liberian people in the state here, when you were running that you love the community, you will appeal to the minds of those people that were taking off the chat room and say, my people, This is the association. We are here. Please pay your due. Pay your due so all of us can be part of it, so our voices can be heard. But you you encourage them, but you the first person to pay your due. But on the side wall, you will encourage them. It don't benefit anybody paying due to LDI. But you the first person to always pay your due. That being hypocritical.
Yeah.
That being hypocritical.
Yeah. I'm not cutting you off. Hello, I'm not cutting you off, yeah. Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not cutting you off, yeah. The thing is, some people are very cynical. The guy, I no wonder why. Sometimes it occurs to me, no wonder why Mr. Parker won this election. God sees beyond us and our hearts. That is heavily placed in our chest. That's what he looks at. You understand me? This is a guy who came on a talk show last Saturday. And throughout the talk show, he lied and said nothing. At the end of the day, 1 week now, he can come on his own radio. Why? I thought you won. You said somebody, first of all, you ran away from a whole debate with Mr. Parker. You think you're crowd or you're equal? No, you can never be. You ran away. Small discussion last Saturday. You on the talk show. You just complain like a coward, like you are. Oh, baby, I won't go. I got my privacy. I got me go. You ran away from the talk show. That men you're talking to. You also on par with people that should be your equal. You ran away still.
Gentlemen,
Mr. Parker.
Gentlemen,
I want you. Why you go? I want you. No. Chairman, you go. Chairman, hold on.
Let's be a little. Let's be a little saver. Let's be a little saver to the brother.
I will not be saver to the brother because this brother said, "I Jeremiah Pepe." Well, I'm on the show. I didn't leave the show when the show ended. But you ran away. You ran away. Why would you run away? Eh? I'm this person. Well, you can't come on your own show because you got nothing to say because all your lies you perpetuated. We debunked everything and we brought somebody on who said for the best. You heard at peace, you said against. At peace, you said against. Or you still fixing the tape. Everything you do, we catch it. When will you learn? You are too young. You are too young. Lead the right way. You have people followers, you have admirers, you have other people say, yeah, we'll get the power to this man at this point in time. But you can't be like the way you are. No, you can't. You can't run this organization. We're not going to trust a young man. We trusted Mr. Penner with this. I mean, with this thing, he did a good job. I wasn't here then, but when I came to your state, I heard all the good job he did in uniting people and bringing people together and empowering you and stuff like that. That was good. And he left a bank balance, which is good. You wanting to be, and let me tell you something. Maybe it got into that skin that I'm this person. You are nobody. You are regular. You are regular community member. You're not opposition. You're not nobody. Nobody recognize you. When the elections come, you go and pay as a candidate. You are regular community member in Indiana, in the Liberia community. You're a regular person. Just a regular person who only pays for election during election time and stuff and get flogged and leave. That's all you are. Because you can't be on a talk show where we're supposed to exchange ideas and debate the issues. You be there like, oh, I can't play football. I can't practice it. Why are you complaining? Are you a baby? You in your own house, bro. Sit down and discuss the issue. Turn your camera off like this and stare and eat 1 or 2 spoons and put it back on. That's how professionals do. Or you ask for 15 minutes of the show and you go and eat. You won't. You sit down and you relax. Stop complaining. If you don't have anything to say about this administration, keep quiet. Or you criticize constructively, or it should be on facts. Nobody is afraid of criticism. Nobody. We will all entertain criticism when you are criticizing on the facts. And your money went with the $300 I went to Liberia. I'm so sorry. You somewhere it went. Yeah. It was probably sponsored by you. Yeah, thank you. You did a good job, and the people who receive whatever they receive from you, they enjoy it, and it's finished now. But you didn't bring this government down. Make your own contribution available for Mr. Kerry court case because you're in court again. You're continuing to support that effort too, and we'll defeat you, and the judge will chunk everything else out.
Hold up. Are you saying his contribution or part of the 300 that went to Liberia?
Of course, a huge chunk of it came from him. A huge chunk, very huge chunk.
So that's
what he does. He's a big proponent of separation. You don't see the guy operating. You don't see that. So if assuming that maybe Mr. Tati was in power, or was still in power, did you get this aggression? Mr. Tati ran a government when I met her yet. I remember it was only literally him or maybe the vice president. I didn't see people not much around, maybe up to the time that Jan left and fighting with the youth person or stuff like that. I didn't see that. What they call him still functioning. Or on issue that he clamped on the press freedom of you or Chairman Saleh and all that stuff. I didn't see anything much that was really happening. So Philip wasn't in the community by then to criticize, or he was dumbfounded. That's now like you see it equal. You think you and Mr. Parker are equal. Try it. You follow us again. Anytime you try, you follow us.
You see, Jeremiah, you made a very important point. I don't want for people to sit here and really think that Mr. Tati time everything went smooth. We had angry faces in this community. A lot of things he did some good things and he did some bad things. But the very same people in this community that is taking Mr. Parker to court, they lived through Mr. Tati's era. The very same people that are constantly attacking Mr. Parker, especially the fact that this man is going through what he's going through with his family and whatsoever, they lived through Mr. Tati's era. No, nothing happened so severe unless for the unfortunate incident of the Prophet Key tape. That was it. And then everything came to order, and the horse, we tried to mend our broken fences, our pieces, and build this fence back together. And his administration was supported, even though he removed some of us from a group chat that we created during Arvin time. It was not Tati's effort that created that group chat. That group chat was created during Arvin time for us to carry out this message. Thanks to Mr. Arvin Pennon. Mr. Tati removed us, suppressed our voices, yet we allow him to be. So it was so difficult to the point that what I was removed, I was still serving as co-chairman of the Constitutional Review Committee. Can you imagine? I'm supposed to take that case downtown to the court. I said, look, man, I'm working on the constitution for this organization. Mr. Tati removed me from the group chat and I pay my due. Why you remove me? How am I supposed to communicate with the people in the administrative group chat or the general group chat? Matter of fact, no place near the administrative group chat, Mr. Tati Salami completely co-chairman of the Constitution Review Committee. May God bless his soul. Because some of us would know how to swallow our pain. And we still know how to move ahead and not take it to be so personal. And so when I used to go to his place. We visited him. We did what we're supposed to do as community. This is Mr. Parker Town. And I'm honestly appealing to my brother Philip Logan again. I know you guys say he should continue, but I don't want this to continue. I expect the young man to turn around. He's a young man in the face of Jeremiah Chia or whatsoever, but he's an elder brother to me. Philip Logan is about 5 years older than me. And everyone that around him, it's about time, as an older brother, it's about time that he really searches surrounding. And when people come to you with bad ideas and make you to buy into them and you support them, it's wrong. It's very wrong. Yan would never bring a bad idea to me and I support it. The reason why I'm supporting what Yan is doing is because I know it's a good idea. The idea for us to honor our elders. When Yan came with that idea, I sat down and I told him how we got to make it right. Yan and I went back and forth. What? We went back and
We had a
forth.
we had a heated argument.
A lot of things. Matter
Mhm.
of fact, when I was even leaving for New York, he knew how I felt before I even get on the plane. I told him it was a heated debate back and forth. I told him certain things needs to be changed for it to be the way we're supposed to do when you want everybody to be involved. We're not always having a comfortable conversation. Yan is older than me. But we will argue on things that want to make each other better. And we move forward. That's how gentlemen act like. I don't argue with him and then I go behind him or try to do anything else. I support him. Why would I criticize his idea and then just walk away without offering solution? It's because of the solution we offer now. This thing is moving like a train. So if you want to join the train, please meet us to the next junction because the train now pick up from Indianapolis. The thing is gone. Maybe we'll catch you in Illinois or Minnesota or somewhere along the line because the train is moving and we honor the elders in this community. It will be a beautiful program. In my chum voice, it will be bigly celebrated. Very bigly. So why is true that we're going to like you have to make each other better. When I first saw Cheer, let's Cheer here. We went back and forth for man. Do you know what we did to Jeremiah Cheer in the chat room? Cheer is my sister. I love so much. My sister Sabah, I love so much. Sabah
She
will call
cried. She cried. She came by and begged.
Sabah will call me at any time. I will pick up that phone call. Sabah knows how much I cared about her. But when Chia went out of line with Kiri, we draw in the line, we bring it back, we say, slow down, Brabby. And that's our older brother. He took that. But you guys somehow want to lead this community and you want to have your feelings at your titty nipples. Excuse me for better reference, but I think that's the only reference I have when people acting like that on that emotion. So many people older than some of us. They're supposed to be telling us how it's supposed to be done. Come on, man. It's about time we turn this thing around. All the men that's meeting in the darkness just to tarnish something. Really? I don't have time for that. If you have something better idea, call me for us to have a coffee and move something forward. If you have something you want to do, and even to my brother Philip Logie, my older brother, I'm standing up all this brain to him. Let's sit down, meet, and talk so I can tell you some of the things you got to look at people in your circle and tell them, say, take that idea from here. I don't need it. It's not part of me. It's going to damage me. It's not good. It's not good at all. Let's try to move this place as gentlemen and move it forward. And we give those that end the respect as elders and older brother in this community. Because for me, I will always call you senior man and older man. When you do what you're supposed to do, y'all knows I call him senior man, older man. Yeah, he's older than me. Chia knows that he's older than me by 5. But people got to act like they are older for us to move along those directions. Yes, brother. Chia. Unmute yourself.
Hold on. I muted him because his background was noise. Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So my comment to all of them is that they just applying frisking that all. Paco dan baby. Boya dan baby. All Fatima dan baby. All of the people serving, they are not babies. They are well qualified at this point in time to serve this community. And this community voted for them overwhelmingly, and they appointed a host of officers to help them in delivering the goods. You can't be disrespectful to everybody all the way up. That's what they always do, and they expect different results. If you want to say Boyaki from Texas and become vice president, and so what? America for you? Who are you? For you to question people coming from where to become what? Who are you? You are not a nobody. Or Mr. Parker became president in the community. So what? Do you know the length and the record in public service? Have you served before? You ain't even be community chairman here. You won't compare yourself with them who already leading a whole bunch of Liberians. Try to attach respect so that you can grow. One day you will grow. It will be your own time. And you will want that same respect. So because other people became this, and in the community chose them. They put a hand on and say, I don't want. The people say, no, it's your turn. We'll vote for you. That's how it works. And you say you keep on Grand Pastor again in America, other people can come and test it and can be what is it, vice president. What's hurting your feelings? Why are you in your feelings saying defeat? Other people move on. Other people has a chance. If even election was held today and you go in against Morris, I'll vote for Morris. Philip was in Morris, I'll vote for Morris. Philip was in Bernice, I'll vote for Bernice. Philip was his man in Frank Troy, I'll vote for Frank Troy. Philip was a Javon Smith, I'll vote for Javon Smith.
The next time, not to cut you.
Because why? These people, Javon, let me tell you about this guy. We go like this, but he's a professional and you see it every step of the way. This guy, you know how people volunteer service? The Pastor organization, the man he's from Riverside. So the man he went in a contract with us and said, you guys don't have to pay me for security or nothing. I will cover the program. You only need to notify the police department that I will be at this point in time covering the program so that my people too know that if I need backup, if something goes on and my people come to where I am and stuff like that, to notify them. And it was done. And what happened? The program was covered by him in full blood, in full uniform. That's how people get service. That's how people get service. But one angry young man who was once program coordinator for the Basketball Association, who later on couldn't go to Maryland to the convention, and the convention came back to Indiana, and I was made chairman of the Basketball convention by President Rich Basigia, and which we live up to. And today we had a successful convention here that raised over $42,000 plus for the Basketball people and counting. And you think you want to measure up. So what have you really achieved so much in a state? I came here yesterday, but I'm not waiting like yesterday. I'm moving. So if you are envious of certain fact, the Boya you talk about today in your corner, in your secret meeting, Boya was Secretary General for your very Basketball organization. He was still your boss man. He turned around, he became Assistant Secretary General at the national level. He stayed towering again around you. The young you see here today, young offer you an olive branch to go and represent us at the national level of ULAT interimly as Secretary General. Oh, I got too many things to do. Why? You work remotely. How many work Secretary General got to do from working remotely from your home? Just 1 or 2 Zoom meetings. You turn that down. You're so busy, but you're not busy to lie on people's need. You're not busy to send money to Liberia to criticize people and lie and read editorial and put your full name and seal and bash on it. Why? You got to change. I will come down hard on you because you use your media as a Radio Kigali to disorient our people, the minds of our people in this community, and we will not sit there. There's going to be some bus stop and checkpoints erected. Anytime you display some semblance of lies, we are going to come after it and we are going to debunk it, and we are going to debunk it sufficiently. Because the way, thanks to God that Joseph had this brilliant idea, because he's a visionary. Anyway, he's a Joseph, he's from the Bible. So he had the idea to establish a radio network. Otherwise, we were doomed. We wouldn't have had a chance, an alternative voice to kind of say something. Maybe something was there when everybody go there. They lay 17 or 14% I'll be watching. They can make you president. No. Sometimes we watch too. Yeah, we do that because we want to see what is it, what ready. When we go there, we feel bad because no information we take from there. We only see gossip and gossip all of the time. What extra do you do that? You started buying views. You go watch the show, you see Chinese people, they need plenty. You know any Chinese person, you be in China, in fact. Even who be in China, we don't even have Chinese followers. Now you buy all the views from Thailand, Singapore, all the people on your network, Vietnam. You understand me? You buy views so you can look. I mean, stop being a narcissist. Let me calm down on you now. Stop being a narcissist. Support what is there now. Will support you tomorrow. You never know. I can be lambasting you today, and when I see semblance of change in your attitude, in your mindset, in your concept, and the way you respond to elders, the pastor, the clergy, the board members, that's how people will gravitate to you. But if you are on the show when one color comes and chastise you or say something that don't go your way, you against them. I was on a very show. They gave me 0. Yeah, the man on the show, yeah. I'm like, as he was, yeah. Joseph was here, Yan was here. I got 0 from F on the very show. I didn't run away from the show like the way SYZ did the other day because of your own conscience. I'm still here because I'm not perfect. I'm in the works. Every day you live and learn. So I don't want people to think that because you have this platform and you don't want to preach the right message, it's not all scripted. People come here and say what's on their mind, what they want to do, what they think about the community. You think you love the community more than Joseph? Or Joseph love the community more than Yan? Or Yan love the community more than Philip? Logan? No. But we all should work together. We understand there might be dissenting voice. By the end of the day, you don't build something and you go on and you crumble the blocks. The other men were on the budget committee. He moved on the budget committee, he started saying a whole bunch of stuff. When they want to give you position, if you're not satisfied with the position, you hold it and backstab. I see my little brother, who was the de facto treasurer of the Parker Boya team, Abba Moba, now in the ranks of the people who he said stuff about. I just laugh. Kiki. You know why I laugh? Because I know it's all deception. It's all deception. At the end of the day, it boils down to how you make me feel. It's not reality. So at the end of the day, you kept all our campaign finance money. People send cash out. People did things to you, and you were well trusted. At the end of the day, that is the same group of people you backstabbing today. You and Robert Kiri. Eh? You carrying information that somebody get website money. We all know truth. What does it benefit you? You still a little brother. I love you a lot. I believe that sometimes people got that thing that people control them in they don't have that independent thought, or maybe I like you. All the people are criticizing on the show, I like you a lot, but I must say what I gotta say, and then I'm sorry that I gotta say it this way, but we need to embrace change. If you will be telling pastor that you got video of them drinking beer, that's not the change we want. You denigrating people. You're not perfect. If you would tell a board member that you got video on it, you saying X, Y, and Z about them all of the time, you're not bestowing respect on them. If you will see your peers and just want to say anyhow how you feel, that's not respect. So before I come to my own closing, I just like to admonish you guys. We love you. Give peace a chance, and you never know. Give this administration a chance to fail. If they will fail, if we will fail, give us chance to fail. Let us fail, and now you can break that. They fail, so it's now my turn. But you don't see things, and without no moral conscience, and you want to donate to people because or something, and on the other side you want to be fake, we'll call you by your name. Logan, this show was not about you, but you're one of the person who is very divisive. So we got to call you for who you are, and we ask you to change. Maybe that way, other people who join your ranks can change. Mr. Kerry, you're a good gentleman. I like you too. Sometimes you see people cross people paths for so many. Every time we meet, we greet each other with a hug and stuff like that, and shake hands and stuff. But if you can do what you did to Mr. Parker, do you think I really trust you with all the hug? I don't.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Chair. I was just. Sorry, Chair. We got to wrap up here. Oh my elder brother just gave me everybody last year, then he dragged them back in again. He gave people last year, dragged them back in again. Thank you for hanging out with us on the Saturday. This place is always open to you. Again, yeah, I would like to close last. Let me go ahead of you or whatsoever, please, if you allow.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Chair. So yeah, thanks to everybody for watching. Again, appreciate every one of you who took your time to wish me a happy birthday. Those who call or place a call to me and wish me a happy birthday personally, a text message. I said thank you. I'm a year older now. I don't think I will be dwelling on some of the things of the past. I don't think I have too much strength anymore to be trying to explain myself to a very extended length. I believe that God conscience is God's presence in men. I have addressed a lot of issues personally on this platform. I will not address them anymore and any longer. This platform, as it is, Thanks to Yan for allowing us to come on here every Saturday. We are still working to have control of this. We do not have control of what we created along with others. And I would leave all the online stuff and things about my character and my reputation. I know every day I go to bed with a conscience that is clear, very clear. They don't offend anybody. A matter of fact, I created something that allow others to run and take care of. And thanks to everybody that contributed and helped this platform to move the way it is. Thanks to SYZ for running this platform for a very long time. Thanks to Yan for running this platform in my presence and in my absence. And while it's true that we're still working on having control of this thing is for the community. Ready at which I could give it over to somebody to turn it over to them. And this thing right now is the only person, the only good candidate here is Yan, my dear brother Yan. And Yan is running this as it is. I think Yan is doing an awesome job, and it will be around. It will be around because Yan have to use this. Yan has to use this for his program that's coming up. A program that will be celebrating the elders. We will try to keep this platform, even if our pocket will go dry. We keep this platform until it serves this community to our purpose. Even if we are not here, this platform will keep this platform. So the intention and the prayers of others out there that this thing will die because they want it to die, we say sorry. It has been moving forward. It was moved forward because in our little village or our little town or the place we come from, people like to see ideas die. The crab mentality and the graveyard mentality. They don't offer much, but they want to accept much. So we will pray that this thing will be open to everybody in this community. Matter of fact, Yan is the one that's sending out link. If you want to come on this platform and say what you want to say, please reach out to Yan. And Yan, if we can help me, please be going forward to please be using your number, at least one of your cell phone number for people to be calling in as you run with this thing. But we will be here, and we pray that the community can use this platform to spread their message and do what it's supposed to do. And to everyone in the community, please, we are a few weeks away from the fast and prayer. It was important that we did that as a community. Let's try in our weak ways to move the community forward. I'm not going to explain to myself things I have done for others and others. But I know that, again, I go to bed with a clear conscience. Even when some people say that I didn't vote for them, even when I register people to vote for them, I personally tell people to vote for them, register people to vote for them, and call people to come and vote for them. Amen. I'm your junior brother. If you want to go out and spoil my reputation, please do not participate in others having a conversation that will destroy my reputation, because I have been good to you as a junior brother. I supported your candidacy without preaching that gospel on this platform because we have a brother talk and you deviated from it. To you as a candidate, independent candidate, I will push your agenda, but I couldn't push your agenda on something else. And I absolutely place call. I personally place call for the reason why you have so many people and so many votes on the team that you were on is because Joseph placed call and he registered people purposely to vote for you, for which I will sleep with a clear conscience. Not only did I use my money for people to vote for you, I called them and I pick people up to vote for you. That I even look at Fatima and tell Fatima that I cannot in any clear conscience vote for you when my person from the other side is on the other side. But again, we are in a world that we are living in a politics form, in form of politics, repetition are made and damaged in minutes. If you don't explain your side of the story, other people believe the story that is being told is factual. There's a saying that says lies once they are repeated, people tend to believe them. That's why sometimes we have to clarify the lie a little bit, just a little bit, tone down the lie, at least. We will never hit anyone because the blessings we are walking in is because we are walking in that blessing with a conscience that is clear. And to my brother Jonesy Eswazi, again, this platform is open to you. I asked a question and I didn't receive it. I believe that once you have the information still in your hand, there is a place and room for you at this platform because I still do not have the things I requested. But Jan, thank you very much for doing what you are doing, and thank you very much for opening the platform and allowing us to use it to come to this community. To Rabo Kyria, please.
Thank you.
Search your conscience, my brother. Search your conscience. This is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Put the break here. It's about time you put your head down now and understand your ego is destroying you. Your ego is too big enough to create the largest earthquake that this planet can probably experience. Because it's ego that led you from this community when the elders spoke and you went to the superior court. And this court that you went to, the judge there is not a funny man. Straightforward. He keep telling you to stop taking nonsense from in front of him. So please stop. Enough. It's okay. Take an L because you damage yourself in the way you proceeded. It's about time that you rebuild your character. And to Logan, come on, man. Please. Election is not everything. You and Richard had this thing to supposed to sort it out by now. You guys are both pastors. Please, let's try to turn this thing around and try to update this community. Again, to Mr. Parker and First Lady Sonny Parker, you guys are in our prayer. Always, 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 always. I will see you guys soon this weekend. Please, still strong. We are praying for you. We'll continue to pray for you guys because we know at that table, someone will be absent forever. Again, we pray for you and we pray for every family. To my auntie and my auntie that went back home to bury her husband. May God guide you guys and protect you, Auntie and Auntie Doris, and bring you back safely to this United States. To my dad that is back home, I love you. Take care of yourself and enjoy your time in Liberia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. I want to close on this note. I want to encourage everyone what that we are doing, that we are proposed, for us to do for our elderly folks in our community who have contributed immensely to organizing the very platform we sit on it today called the Liberian Association and upholding the Liberian tradition here, and also just giving us their pieces of advice, along the way, for the fact that they can call us and say, oh, yeah, how you doing? How the family doing? It's enough to appreciate them for all those efforts. I want for us to take politics out of everything. This is not political. We're not doing it for political reason. We searched our heart 3 years ago. It dropped in the minds and we discuss it. And now we're trying to actualize what we dream about, what we've envisioned 3 years ago. So I'm encouraging all of us to come out. For so long, the efforts of those people have gone unnoticed. For so long, their contribution, their wisdom, their stories, their respect, they have gone under the rug. So we are encouraging everyone to come out on September 14, 2024, to come and celebrate. Let's celebrate one another while we are still around. It don't bother you when people die. You stand over their grave. When they can't hear you no more, you sing glory to yourself. I would say you're singing glory to yourself because why? Those people that you praising now, they can't hear you no more. When they're still around, that the saying go, that gave the people their flower when they're still alive, So let us celebrate one another when we're still around here. For the little that we are doing, even though we are not perfect, but the little we do, we need to appreciate one another so that we can continue to have that motivation to push forward. So the annual Diaspora African Elders Award is presenting our elders some awards in this community on September the 14th. Get your ticket ready. We'll come out next in the next few months. We'll come out how you can, nominate, how you can go about to vote for people that you think deserve, the award that we'll be presenting, and we'll give you the various categories of award that we're going to be presenting. Again, lastly, I know that my brother Jeremiah said it. There are a lot of calls have come to me saying that that was his dream. That was his dream that I'm running with. I want to clarify here today. Jeremiah cannot stand in my face and say that was his dream. He can never, ever stand in my face and say that was his dream. If this dream was shared with him, he was the first person. In fact, when it was shared with him, I shared with all other folks as well in the community. Fanny Camo knows about this thing. Kodumo knows about this thing. Castle Dennis knows about this thing. Dr. Famune knows about this thing. I share with them. Initial George knows about this thing. I share with them. I was just picking their brain to see if they would be receptive to this idea. And every time I share with them, they gave me a very receptive, acceptance to that idea, and it motivated me a lot to bring it to actualization at this particular time. I want to tell there are a lot of people that are brought on board and people drop, and I want to say those that are still standing to make this happen. I want to say thanks. Let us not do it. We're not doing it for us to get money from out of it for our pocket. In fact, we're spending a lot of money into it. So it's a sacrifice when we're doing it from our heart. So I want to say politics will not deter us. Somebody coming up and saying that was their idea, it will not deter us. In fact, when some people drop, they say it will not work. They say it will not work. So they drop from out of it. And today, they're seeing the momentum is gaining in the public now. They want to still bring it down by saying we are using their idea. I'm running with their idea. This is not even my idea. Probably somebody, if you check in other community, probably the idea somebody had dreamed about it before in other community I don't know of. Yeah. But it just dropped in my spirit because when we go to funerals, and one of the things that make this idea to come to light, I would say today, the Famundes twins, when they celebrated their mother when she was still alive in this community, from there I started thinking. I said this would be good for all of our, of our elders when they're still around us here. And today I want to say thanks to Rose Bayou, thanks to Fatima Famundes, thanks to Joseph Ceres Jr. sitting here with me on the platform today. Thanks to Jigbe Sosa, who's still standing up and still pushing. Every day, all of them call. Every day, where are we? Every day, how far are we gone? Every day, what can we do? These things, it means a lot. It means a lot. They're not doing it for their self-interest. They're spending a lot of money into it. And today, is gaining more momentum. And we want to sell the idea to the people. There where people come out and celebrate one another. Come out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We tell you thank you for hanging out with us. Open Table again. Find a friend at Open Table. If you don't like betrayal, there you go. Find a friend at Open Table. Again, September, we'll be honoring our elders. September. Jan spoke, and he spoke well. It's about time that we honor wisdom. There's somewhere to say you gotta use the old mat to plant the new one. We are stepping into the arena of leadership and to move this community forward. But in so doing, we have to respect those before us. We are talking about the elders. We have to deal with them and handle them gently while they are retiring and taking a back seat. We have to show them and give them that flower while they are alive. A matter of fact, God is giving them that flower when they are alive already, because you can see the gray hair. The gray hair is a blessing. So while they are still with us, we will honor them. We will tell them that the gray hair and the wisdom that they use to keep us in check and move us forward as young people We will not go unnoticed. So please mark your calendar. September will be out there, but this summer, be prepared to see us. Be prepared to hear from us. We'll be looking for patrons. We'll be looking for sponsors. We'll be looking for supporters. Look, we will be going to the state, across state line. September, we will be finding bestie with the elders. September, we will be telling the elders that we are ready to lead this community in a different direction, but in so doing, we have to uplift them. For a young man or young woman to move forward, they have to stand on the shoulders of giants. The elders are our giants, our mothers, our fathers, our uncles, our aunts. Those who came before us, those who show us how to get there, whether it's by calling, advising, or just leading with their actions. Some of us get to work hard because we see our fathers working hard. Some of us get to respect our elders or older women because we learn to respect our mothers at home. You cannot get something that the house will not teach you. So they said charity begins at home and ends abroad. If you miss that at home, you will not get it when you leave home. And so because of the love and support we have for our parents, our elders, we are able to show that to other elders in the community. And until then, we tell you to tell the people you love how much you love them. Call those who are still grieving. Call those who are still mourning. And we say, wrap your hands around them. This community can move forward. And this community will triumph. This community will rise and will rise above every evil to bring it down. Until then, tell the people you love how much you love them. Thank you. Thank
You end it?
Yeah.
You end it?
No, you can end it.